September 7th. For more information, visit afrfest.org. That's America's First Responders Fest, Saturday, September 7th at Panton Mill Park, South Elgin, Illinois.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. Some roster cut-downs for the Bears over the weekend. Quarterback John Paddock was let go. So was former Illinois defensive lineman Keith Randolph Jr. The Bears made a trade. They get defensive tackle Chris Williams and a 2025 7th-round pick from Cleveland in exchange for a 2025 6th-round pick. The Marlins beat the Cubs 7-2 in Miami Sunday. Connor Norby homered, doubled, and singled, helping the Marlins snap a 5-game losing skid. Cubs starter Javier Assad limited Miami to 3 runs and 6 hits in a season-high 7 innings. The Tigers handed the White Sox their 100th loss of the season, 9-4 the final. The Sox need to finish 12-19 to avoid tying the 1962 Mets for the modern Major League record for most losses in a season. Andrew Vaughn doubled, homered, and had 2 RBI in the loss. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's carbon fiber mountain bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
As fall approaches, you have a lot to prepare for. Back to school, sporting events, family gatherings, and staying on top of your health. The virus that causes COVID-19 continues to evolve. So this fall, no matter what you're prepping for, you can prioritize your family's health and make a game plan for COVID-19 vaccination. Ask your doctor or pharmacist.
Political party poopers got you down? Shake it off and join me, Dennis Sonar Green, every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m. on WRMN for A Political Talk Show, where we cut through the doom and gloom with a focus on America first, constitutional values, and a populist perspective that puts you, the citizen, at the center of the conversation. At WRMN, the talk of the town, we're not afraid to challenge the status quo and bring you the straight talk you need. Whether you're frustrated with the political establishment or looking for a clear, some nonsense analysis, this show has you covered. Tune in. Let's take on the issues together with a fresh, unfiltered approach. Catch us every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m. on WRMN, A Political Talk Show. WRMN, the talk of the town.
Welcome to Fox Valley Afternoons and Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. I'm your host, Tammy Scully. I've got my sidekick, Nancy French, in tow. Hey, Nance, how's it going over there?
It's going.
We are here with you until 4 o'clock today, bringing you frolic and fun. That's that's what we're going for. Hey, we have a call-in talk line. It's 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410 if you want to call in and talk to us. I am broadcasting live from Nashville today, and my co-host over there is in Dallas, so we are doing a little remote broadcasting for you today, but we still have our trusty helper producer in studio. Sonar is there to answer the calls, and actually, if you want to watch us on YouTube, it's YouTube at WRMN Radio, and you can chat with us live on there as well. And And Sonar is in the studio to take your comments on that chat, as well as we have another option for you. That's the Image 360 line. You can text us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at this number, 505-926-1410. So have at it. You can communicate with us any way you like, and we like it when you communicate with us. Tell us a little something, something. Join the show. It's, for all of us. This is a little adventure we're all doing. So we're going to try this whole remote thing today, and hopefully, fingers crossed, hold your breath, everything will work out fine. Right? Right. Yes. So what's happening with you, Mrs. French? How was your weekend?
Well, it was good. I meant to correct you. I'm in the Grand Canyon.
Oh, my bad. You're in the Grand Canyon. Oh, according to her background that she has, if you're listening on the radio, she has a little Grand Canyon background right there.
Or is it Palo Canyon? We have in Texas, we have Palo Canyon.
Well,
which is the second largest canyon in the United States. So,
well, I think that's. I'm going to go with that's where you are because you're in Texas, young lady.
Right. So I'm in Palo.
That's how that's working. What'd you do this weekend? Anything fun?
Well, let's see. What do we do? Went out to eat with some pals.
I see.
In a little Roanoke area. It's real cute. It's like a little, it's very Texas.
Mm-hmm.
They have Babe's fried chicken, which... and people walk around with cowboy hats and ironed jeans with ironed Wrangler jeans. Yes, they still do.
Oh, with the crease down the middle.
With the crease down the middle. Mm-hmm. The little
yes, I did see buttons. A lot of that when I was there, gathered around the picnic tables at that one place. Is this now? You wrinkled your nose at the fried chicken. You don't like the fried chicken?
It's fine. It's not. It's a lot. I mean, they're family size servings. For family-sized people.
Well, could it feed a nation for a few days if it needed to? I mean, you could bring it home and live off it for a while if you needed to.
No, it's good though. I mean, it's good. It's kind of a little iconic place in Texas. But yeah, we did that on Saturday, and then yesterday we had all the kids over for grill and swim. So that was fun.
In which order? Swim? Are you grilling the children?
We swam
or
first, and then we were grilling.
Then we grilled the children?
Not the children, no.
Oh.
We only grilled Wagyu steaks. Yeah.
Ooh. You didn't buy them from a guy outside that came to the door with a truck in the driveway, did you?
You remember that, do you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Van full of meat. Yeah.
Yeah, that was when my husband was on some kind of I don't know what.
A different plane. Mine will do it too. A
different plane.
I know. I don't typically buy meat from men in trucks, but it could happen. It could happen.
But
that's okay.
It was fun. What'd you do?
What did we do? We had yesterday was Sunday Fun Day. We went to One Republic and watched a band. They were fabulous. They were called the Priscillas. What did I do with my little? Here, I have my little. Do you hear that? That's my little. They passed out the Priscillas. It's an all-girl band.
Okay.
Everybody's a girl. They all are females, and they passed out these little pink eggs with like BBs in them to shake and like jam with. So, so that's how I remembered their name. They were really good. If you wanted to go see a really fun all-girl band, that's it. We had a beautiful day for it yesterday. It was sunny and nice, and outdoor weather was fabulous around there.
Wow.
So we did that. We did some other bands and some other, all weekend is always.
What is One Republic, though?
I'm sorry. That is an establishment in, I believe is it South Elgin-ish area, somewhere over there. And they have a fabulous outdoor. They usually have bands outside in the warm weather and lots of indoor food, that kind of stuff. Nice little place.
So it's a restaurant with a music venue?
Yes.
Restaurant? Okay.
Restaurant with a stage outside for girl bands. At least it was yesterday. Little girl band action going on there.
That's nice.
It was nice. It was absolutely lovely. So we had a fabulous weekend. Went by too quickly, and now it's over. I flew to Nashville this morning.
Okay.
My arms are tired, but I'm bummed. No, just kidding. And
touching.
Yeah, I was up early this morning, 5
Yeah, you
something.
must have been.
Well, I had a 7 o'clock flight, so I had to skedaddle early, but it was nice. Nobody in the middle seat, uneventful flight,
Ooh, that's
perfect way.
good.
Yeah, I know. It's perfect way
Nobody
to
in
do
the
it.
middle is very, very, very nice.
Hey,
It's
did-
almost like you're in first class, you know.
Well,
you don't have
it is,
anybody in the
except
middle.
Southwest. So it's Southwest, so it doesn't like have any more leg room than the guy in the back. It's all the seats are the same. Now you heard they're changing
Well,
that, did you?
You don't need a lot of leg room. Let's just
That's
say
that's
that.
fact, Jack. Yeah. In
That
fact,
is a
I
fact, Jack.
usually have too much, and I have to put my feet on my luggage so I can reach the ground. But
Sure.
they're changing. Southwest is changing their tune on this
I'm
one, and they're going to
aware.
start charging for seats, and you don't line up like cattle anymore. And
Right.
and
They're
and
assigning you for seats. Yeah.
yeah, well, so
Mhm.
the checking in is a giant pain in the arse. You know that,
Yeah.
right? I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
it's ugh,
Yeah,
I don't care for that. When I did
yeah.
a lot of business travel, I would never fly Southwest because who has time for that rigmarole?
Right.
But when you're flying for leisure, or you've got
Right.
time to check in, knock your socks off. Sometimes I forget though, and then I'm the last guy on the plane.
Ew.
I know.
Do you carry on or do you check?
Well, it depends. This time, because Nashville, I've got everything down here. I don't need anything. So,
Okay.
yeah, just carried on my little microphone. Just me and my microphone.
Is that it? That's
Yeah.
it. A pair of underwear, maybe.
Not even. Mm-mm.
Not even. Okay.
No,
Well,
mm-mm.
moving
That's-
on.
Yes, that's a little too prepared. No.
Yeah, moving on.
I've got everything down here, so I don't need to bring. I don't need to bring anything. So it's
No,
just-
that's nice.
yeah, it's just a matter of getting my hiney on the plane, and then I rented a car, and nothing too eventful there. It's an ugly little car, but I'm driving it. It's fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
I do anything not to check luggage.
I know you go way above and beyond to be
I
a
do.
non-checker. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, you know what?
So-
It depends on the airport too. Some airports are worse than others as far as not getting your luggage to you.
Oh, yeah,
O'Hare
that's true.
Medium LAX is horrid. They take
Oh.
forever with your
Mhm.
luggage. O'Hare's, they're okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not as bad as LAX. Nashville, no problem. Like no problem with Nashville.
Do you know why I've been scarred? That's why I never check luggage unless I absolutely have to. Do you know
Okay.
why that is?
No, share with me your scar.
Okay, well, you were part of the scarring.
Rutro.
Yeah, right. When the day we went to the year we went to Mexico
Uh-huh.
on a trip, right?
Oh, you got some stuff stolen, didn't
Oh,
you?
yeah, yeah. I got
Jewelry.
I packed all my silver, Daisy. I packed all my silver in my suitcase. That was the dumbest thing. I've learned from that. Do never pack anything valuable in your suitcase if you can help it. If you can help it. And yeah, remember that in customs, it was there and then it wasn't there.
Yeah.
And so yeah, ever since then I won't. I mean, I have
take
to.
my valuables with me, but I'll check because what the heck?
Yeah, but if I can do it.
Yeah,
I
I know.
just-
You like to you pride yourself on shoving
I do.
10 pounds of meat in a 5-pound casing in that airplane bag.
Right. And and the rewear. You can rewear.
Oh,
stuff,
right. Well,
you
that's a
got to
whole
plan
nother-
your ensembles, right?
That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother where are we going and how many outfits do you need? If you're
Yeah, you don't need 20 outfits for 5, or do you?
No. We tend to wear the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again.
We
so
think
it
we're
doesn't
not.
matter.
We think
I know.
we're not.
It's not fashion, it's us. Well, listen, I've got a new segment we're going to talk about. Not a new segment, but an interesting segment. It's generational. We're going to talk a little bit about, do you know the labels for generations? Like
Yeah, kind of. Gen
boomers,
Z, Gen Z, and all
X,
that.
millennials, Gen Z, Gen
Millennials.
Y.
Yeah.
My generation is coming at you. Listen to that crack hot staff. He's got it running for us.
Because we get around. Things they do look awful. I hope I die before I get old.
All right, my generation. So I'm not the only one confused by this stuff. So I found this interesting article in Family Ways. It's generational names and the years in the order. So like, you know, the way it rolls is the greatest generation is if you were born 1901 to 1924. So my mama wasn't in the greatest generation. She was in the next one, and she would have been 5 this year, I think, is where we're at with that, 94. So when you are beginning the generational names and years in order, it all starts with the greatest generation. This era refers to Americans born in 1924 or earlier. They say 1901, but I'm thinking everybody earlier. Anybody earlier, you get it. You're allowed in that one.
Okay.
They're representatives of the majority of soldiers of World War I. People in this group, I know, maybe between the ages of 99 and 121 today. Who in that world is 121? I want to meet them. This group of people are the parents of the silent generation and the baby boomers, which we know who they are. The term GI generation was first used in 1971 in an article for the Academic Journal. After that, it was popularized by the title of the 1998 book by Tom Brokaw, an American journalist.
Oh, yeah.
1998, yeah. So these are characteristics of different generations and their uniqueness. The generation is often classified as having experienced economic and social disorders that shaped their values. Some of the characteristics of the greatest generation are Great Depression and World War II, respect for authority, value of responsibility. They're patriotic, and they have a strong work ethic. A couple more. Please hold. Motivated and shows a high rate of dedication and committed and loyal. That is the greatest generation. Then the next generation is the silent generation. I don't know why they call it that. We're about to find out. Come with me now. The silent generation, also known as the traditionalist generation, is the era identified by the people born from 1925 to 1945. That would be our parents, right?
Yeah,
basically.
our parents, yeah.
As of 2019, 23 million people of this generation were alive in the United States, as per the U.S. Census data. That's a lot. The silent generation proposed in an era of economic expansion. They were renowned for having a strong work ethic, a desire for stability, and upholding a sense of conformity. As per the Britannica, the youngest silents grew up experiencing the economic hardships of the Great Depression. That was my mom. Yours too, probably, right? And, Yep. And witnessed the upheaval and challenges of World War II. Currently, people of this generation may be around 78 to 96 years old in there somewhere. So that we know about them. Now, their characteristics are their interpersonal respect, work ethic, self-sacrifice, determination and dedication, traditional values and culture, flexibility, and builder traits. And then comes the baby boomers. Now, it's after this is when I get lost, quite frankly. I know these. After this, it starts getting a little murky for me. Baby boomers are 1946 to 64. Somebody born between 46 and 64. Baby boomers. Yeah, that's us, baby. Are the demographic followed by the silent generation and preceding Generation X. That's what comes after us. People born between 46 and 64 make up this specific generation. Most of the baby boomers are the children of either the greatest generation or the silent generation, and subsequently are the parents of millennials and Gen Xers. We'll get there just a second. The term baby boom is known as the noticeable increase in the birth rate after World War II, after which the soldiers returned home and started with their families. Boomers currently belong to the age range between 58 and 76. And the characteristics of the baby boomers are goal-oriented. They focus on personal fulfillment, eagerness for change and development, please hold, experienced, shape society and social context, and the desire for equality. That's the baby boomers, according to them. I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine.
I suppose that's fine, right?
Yeah.
So then here's who's next. This is where I get a little lost.
Okay.
Generation X is the next one.
Yeah.
Generation X is people born between 1965 and 1980. So that's none of our children yet.
No, just by a year for me.
Right. So Generation X is the demographic group directly followed by the baby boomers. They were born between 65 and 80. As of the 2019 U.S. Census data, there are 65.2 million Gen Xers in the United States. Most of the members of this group are the children of the silent generation and early boomers. Meanwhile, they themselves are the parents of millennials and Generation Z. We're getting there. We're getting there. The photographer, Robert Capa first used the term Generation X after World War II. He used it to narrate a certain attitude, outlook, and mentality of young people. Later on, Canadian author Douglas Coupland made the term renowned through his 1991 novel. Many got property ownership in this era and benefited from relative economic prosperity. They experienced and introduced small businesses and entrepreneurial opportunities. This era is the most relevant to modern times in relation to technology and serves almost as a bridge from older populations to the younger ones. They also caused many advances, including video games, artificial intelligence, movies, and many more. The characteristics of Gen X's is independent, balance in work life, talented in technology, resourceful, ambitious and eager to learn new skills, create and enjoy creative input and are resourceful. They value diversity, responsibility, and challenges, and master of self-depreciation. How's that for you? So who's next? Who's 1981 to 96?
That's our kids.
What are they?
Millennials.
That's it. Millennials. We birthed us. All of mine are millennials. I think all of yours are millennials too.
They are.
Millennials are also known as Generation Y. So you can.
I didn't know that.
I see. You can interchange them. I didn't know that either. Born between 1981 and 1996. Okay. Oh no! So I still have some of them outside. Yeah,
no, you're all there.
Yeah, mine are all in there.
Taylor's just right in there.
Yep, she is. Everybody's in there. You're all millennials, all of you. You little millennial, you. Millennials were born during the time of declining fertility rates around the world and are now having fewer children than their ancestors. Millennials grew up in the internet age and were the first global generation. That I see.
Oh.
Yeah. They're the first ones really that had the electronics all the time, you know. Let's see. The people of this group are also considered familiar with the internet, social media, and electronic devices. Some of the characteristics of this generation are entrepreneurial, for sure. That's a definite one. Eager to learn new things. I think that's a true statement. Yeah. Experienced, shape society and social content, and they have a big desire for equality as well. So who's after them? 1965 to 1980. If you were born between 65 and 80, what are you considered? Do you know?
No, you mean you already did that. You mean after our kids. After
Generation
80.
X. No, the millennials was 81 to 96.
Right.
And
So
now
we should be 97.
generational is 65 to 80, it says.
But
I
that
don't know.
doesn't
Yeah,
make
65 to
any-
80. So 81 to 96 is millennials. Generation X is
Oh,
next.
right. We already talked about that.
Generation X is a demographic group directly following the baby boomers. No, we haven't.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
were. Oh, yeah, we did. You're
Yeah,
right.
we
Okay.
talked about it.
Gen
we're
Z.
after that.
Gen Z, 97.
Gen Z.
Thank you, sir. Gen Z, 97
Gen Z.
to 2012 is next. See, this is where you get a little
Okay.
confused. The Gen Z is,
Yeah.
well, Oh, see? Generation Z is 1997 to 2012.
Right.
Generation Z is commonly known as Zoomers.
Zoomers.
The Zoomers. Zoom. The new generation after the millennials and preceding generation Alpha. Okay?
Okay.
This generation was born in the mid-1990s and the early 2010s and are the children of Generation X. Generation Z is the most racially and ethnically diverse cohort. The people of this era focus on education and recognize the importance of it and their future development. They focus on values, fulfillment, and making a difference in their life. Like other generations, this generation also has unique characteristics. They are money-driven and ambitious, politically and socially aware, racially and ethnically diverse. They engage mostly in social activism and they are digital natives. Then after them, 2013, if you're born between 2013 and 2025, you're a Generation Alpha.
Okay.
Generation Alpha is the largest generation after Generation Z. The early 2010s is used by experts as the starting birth year and the early to mid 2020s as the ending birth year for the alphas. Let's see, what's the alphas? So here's some characteristics of the alphas. Expect collaboration and understanding from others. They engage in social activism, and they're better educated than the previous generation. How about them apples? So wait, who's after the alpha? It's 20. That was early.
No, that brings us up to
2013, to 2025. Yeah. So
yeah.
I don't know. What are they going to call the next ones? You got me.
X, Y, Z. Yeah,
well, I don't know. We're on alpha. I don't know, beta. We're going to go through the whole
beta.
Greek alpha.
We're going to go through it again. Well, that was a nice positive outlook on different generations.
It was.
It was positive. So that's good.
It was educational and interesting to me to learn the difference.
Positive.
Yeah. So, hopefully you learned a little something too with our little thing. We're going to take a quick break right now. We're going to come back, and after the news and some words from our sponsors, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
All right.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Curdan. Brought to you by the U.S. Postal Service. The Kane County Division of Transportation is taking proactive steps to ensure road safety for the upcoming winter season. The county board has greenlit the procurement of 8,000 tons of road salt, investing $912,000 in preparation for potential icy conditions. A significant shakeup in leadership coming to the city of Geneva. The election scheduled for April 1st will see the end of Mayor Kevin Burns' tenure. He served for more than 20 years. Along with that, 5 alderman seats, as well as the city clerk position and city treasurer position, will all be up for grabs. The Fox Valley Robotics team is opening its doors for new members. Parents and kids interested in joining should mark their calendars for an informational meeting on Saturday, August 24th and Sunday, August 25th, both at 1 p.m. The sessions take place at Rotello Middle School in Batavia. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Curdan.
Last year's RV trip, we met a couple with the same bumper sticker. What are the odds?
Your cousin isn't a good storyteller.
He was a podiatrist, or was it a pharmacist?
You don't say.
Oh, I can't remember.
But she owns an RV protected by Progressive, and you don't. So until you get your own RV, her stories are the most interesting stories you've ever heard.
Wow, interesting.
And when you do get your own RV, save money by bundling it with your home, auto, or other vehicles with Progressive.
Oh, anesthesiologist. He was an anesthesiologist.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
And now Martha Stewart for Skechers. When I make a dish or embark on a craft project, I always use the finest, most fabulous ingredients and materials. Which is why, when it comes to footwear, I love Skechers. Because Skechers is the comfort technology company and uses the most luxurious, innovative materials and designs to make wondrously comfortable footwear with all the fits and features like Arch Fit and Skechers' world-famous air-cooled memory foam. It's exactly the way I'd make shoes.
Find Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Linzess. The Fox Valley Robotics team is opening its doors for new members. Parents and kids interested in joining should mark their calendars for an informational meeting on Saturday, August 24th and Sunday, August 25th, both at 1 p.m. The sessions take place at Rotello Middle School in Batavia. The Kane County Division of Transportation is taking proactive steps to ensure road safety for the upcoming winter season. The county board has greenlit the procurement of 8,000 tons of road salt, investing $912,000 in preparation for potential icy conditions. A significant shakeup in leadership coming to the city of Geneva. The election scheduled for April 1st will see the end of Mayor Kevin Burns' tenure. He served for more than 20 years. Along with that, 5 alderman seats, as well as the city clerk position and city treasurer position, will all be up for grabs. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Last year's RV trip, we met a couple with the same bumper sticker. What are the odds?
Your cousin isn't a good storyteller.
He was a podiatrist, or was it a pharmacist?
Huh, you don't say.
Oh, I can't remember.
But she owns an RV protected by Progressive, and you don't. So until you get your own RV, her stories are the most interesting stories you've ever heard.
Wow, interesting.
And when you do get your own RV, save money by bundling it with your home, auto, or other vehicles with Progressive.
Oh, anesthesiologist. He was an anesthesiologist.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
And now Martha Stewart for Skechers.
When I make a dish or embark on a craft project, I always use the finest, most fabulous ingredients and materials. Which is why, when it comes to footwear, I love Skechers. Because Skechers is the comfort technology company and uses the most luxurious, innovative materials and designs to make wondrously comfortable footwear with all the fits and features like Arch Fit and Skechers' world-famous air-cooled memory foam. It's exactly the way I'd make shoes.
Find Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Welcome back. You're listening to Fox Valley Afternoons. It's talk time with Tammy and friends. I'm your host, Tammy Scully. I've got Nancy French in here with me today. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville. Nancy is live from Dallas. We're both in very hot situations, as are you. The weather there is a little toasty in Illinois as well today. What are you at today, Nancy? How high are you?
I believe high 90s.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
we're
high
still
90s,
sitting
but
in the same.
humidity's a little lower, so that's helpful. Believe
Well,
me.
And I think Chicago's about to jump into the same heat bin that we are all in down here in the South. There's a marginal risk of severe weather today in the Chicagoland area. We've got Monday. Today is the 26th of August. It is plentiful sunshine, hot, and a high of 94 degrees today. Hopefully you got a pool you can go dip in today because it is one of those days. Clear skies tonight. That low is 74 degrees. You're going to keep the air on. Here's the sad part. Sunset is at 7:35. I know it keeps getting lower and lower, sooner and sooner. And my days are shorter and shorter. Now tomorrow, we're getting a little bit more heat around there. 98 is the high tomorrow with a heat index over 100. So, stay inside and hydrate if you can. Sunshine and clouds mix tomorrow. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. That'll help break the heat a little bit. Partly cloudy skies tomorrow night. During the evening, they'll give way to cloudy skies overnight. A stray severe thunderstorm is possible Tuesday night as well. That low is going down to 71 degrees. And then on Wednesday, we have cloudy skies, a stray shower or thunderstorms are possible. That high is going up to 87 degrees. Wednesday night, partly cloudy skies early will give way to occasional showers. Later during the night, a low of 67 degrees is happening. And then on Thursday, the high is 85. Rain showers early and mostly cloudy conditions later in the day. And then Thursday night, scattered thunderstorms in the evening, then mainly cloudy overnight with thunderstorms likely. That low is 69 degrees. Of course, at sunset now we're down at, by the end of the week, it's at 7:30. And then Friday night, 82 degrees, rain showers early with some sunshine later on in the day. Mostly clear skies Friday night, a low of 58 degrees. Your weekend will be, looks wonderful, 82 and mainly sunny on Saturday. Saturday night, mostly clear skies, and then that low will be around 60. And then Sunday, fun day. A few clouds from time to time, a high of 79 degrees, and then clear skies at night, and that low of 53 on Sunday night. Then the following week, it kind of goes down into the 70s for you in the Chicagoland area. So we've got this one little week of let's call it hot. I think it's just hot weather happening for you. And then after that, looks like a good week happening next week. A lovely week coming your way next week. So hang in there. Hey, you got to get through today and tomorrow around there, and you'll be fine. Drink up. Hydrate. How about what do we have for News Nation clip today, Mr. Sonar? Is there any no more DNCs to talk about? What else do they have?
Well, you've hit it right there. Parts of the Midwest will be under the heat and air quality alerts over the next couple of days as temperatures rise well above 90 degrees with heat indices above 100. Chicago has opened up 6 public cooling centers. Beatrice Gomez is the manager of one of those centers.
We get the water, we have them refrigerated so everyone can get as cool as possible. We can do about 100 persons here, and if we have more than that, we do have places upstairs that we start opening. So we can accommodate about 150 persons here. We're going into extreme heat with the heat index today of over 105 and tomorrow probably a little higher than that. So we need everyone to remain cool, indoors in air conditioning if possible, if not to come down to emergency cooling centers.
Both Chicago and Indianapolis will be under excessive heat and air quality alerts over the next couple of days.
I don't know what to tell you on that one, boy. It's just coming all over the place. And who was just telling me that they, well, I think it was you, Sonar, that was just talking about the heat indexes and the, and more people are succumbing to heat stroke and that sort of thing?
Yeah, I just read a report that said since 1999, deaths by heat and heat-related just stroke and things like that, death related to heat has gone up 117%.
Wow.
That's a lot.
It sure is. I mean, global warming, here we are.
I know.
Well, we're hitting new records every year. Each year is the highest on record. So, I mean, where do we stop hitting these high scores?
I don't, how does that work? I mean, do you go backwards at any point, or do we just keep getting hotter and hotter and things just keep bubbling up, if you will? I don't know. I don't know. It's who knows what we're in for. I don't. And what do you do about it?
Well, and they say a lot of this is because of the surface temperature of just the oceans in general have gone up by a couple of degrees, and that's enough to kind of put our weather machine in whack. So that's where we're getting a lot of these stronger storms, hurricanes that are hitting Hawaii right now. I mean, there's all kinds of more severe weather because of just that. Chat comes in and says they're looking forward to the cooler weather coming up in the fall time.
Yeah, well, that's coming. Pretty soon we're going to be wishing we had these temperatures around there because it's going to, I mean.
I wonder what the almanac says about the winter, upcoming winter.
Bad one in Chicago. Somebody was telling me they just read up, I know who it is. One of my friends was saying that they read on the internet that we're having Chicago is going to get a whacked this winter. I don't know about the rest of the U.S., but for sure the Chicago area is supposed to get more snow and colder than normal, I guess, this winter. But I don't know. How do they know? Who knows? I don't know. With the oceans like getting warmer, isn't that what's making the sharks go a little crazy too?
It's affecting a whole bunch of different migration patterns because they use some of those temperatures or even the salinity for some places to keep them away from places. So it's opening up a lot of places that maybe sharks would not have gone through because most animals in the ocean are poikilothermic, which just means cold-blooded for the water.
Right. So their food source is changing then too. If it's heating up and they can't get to the food. Right?
Yeah, it all starts with the microorganisms, and then those microorganisms are getting cooked. So then the slightly larger things aren't able to eat that, and then larger up the food chain.
Right. That's right.
What are we
can't
gonna
live in the
do?
heat.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna, I mean, what do you do as just like, somebody watching this happen? Well, one, stay away from sharks, I guess, right? Stay out of the ocean and don't put your little toes in there. What else do you do though? I mean, I don't know.
Well, a lot of it is just passing the laws to take down some of the carbon excess. At least getting to carbon neutral, I think, is what a lot of people are going. Once we get to carbon neutral, then I think we can actually start pulling it back out.
Yeah. And a lot of people are trying to get off the grid and use, alternative sources of energy and that sort of stuff to shrink your carbon footprint, which should help. But if these giant conglomerates aren't doing it, I mean, they're the ones contributing way more than.
Well, every time that you see who pollutes the most, remember that the United States military is removed from those reports because they are the #1 polluter of the entire planet.
Is that right?
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know that. Sonar, that is some major information. Another large polluter I've heard is two things: cruise ships. Cruise ships, terrible for the ocean, and also your airliners, your jet fuel. So we talk about cars and we talk about emissions from cars and trying to, become more eco-friendly and reduce fossil fuels. But the cars are not the big problem. Corporations are the big problem, their emissions, and then also, the airline. How many flights go out a day? Well, Tammy, you've been on
a bunch of them today.
We've been on a bunch, yeah. And so I don't know, those are big issues that, you talk about your small individual carbon footprint, which we should all be conscious of, but there's a bigger picture there. Yeah, for sure.
Well, and so you want to do your part. That's kind of where I was heading is you want to do your part. So you're gonna get your hybrid car, your electric, whatever. And your solar panels or whatever, like you're going to do what you can, I think, to a point to be at least conscious of your footprint. But in the and if everybody does a little bit, does it push that needle a little bit more? Yeah.
Well, a lot of doing your part is to stick with companies that are trying to move towards that. I think there are at least a few companies out there, including IKEA, that are moving to 100% renewable in 2030. So there's a few of them that are that direction.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. And that's what that is. Now, and like when I would work on high rises, was in real estate forever, and did new builds of high rises. We would do LEED certified, which would take into account like the glass on the building and the E effect on the environment inside. Like everything, I think if everybody does their part and can do what they can, including like builders doing the LEED certified and people cutting back and corporations not going crazy and being conscious about it, we can make the needle move a little bit. I think
we can make it. Yeah, David Attenborough is a nature guy and an energy guy, and he says that we can do it. We can do it. He says the world can feed everyone and we can reduce our carbon emissions. It is possible.
Well, if David says it, then I guess it is possible.
I mean, and he did come up with a solution too, Tammy. Like he was telling us, anyway. he's talking about how to redesign even our buildings, like you talk about your buildings and stuff, and redesigning them so that you can. He talked about planting on each floor of the high rises, putting plants so that it boosts, it boosts, oxygen levels and reduces carbon and reduces helps with the ozone layer. And so, that, but you kind of you have to do it.
Well, you got to do it. Right. You got to do it. And then, sometimes you feel like it doesn't matter, but I think if everybody pitches in, it will matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So good luck with that, everyone. All right.
I know. It's a mindset, right? It's a mindset. I guess.
Is
if we
a
all
mindset.
do it, maybe the corporations will do it too, right? Because corporations are made up of people that hopefully if their families are thinking that way, I don't know,
I think they get, I think corporations have to be put in a box and meet guidelines. And that's the way.
Regulation station.
Yeah, regulations and all that.
Regulation station.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll do it all by themselves. Who knows? We'll see. It
They won't. It's already been proven.
Right. Just saying.
But, anyway.
Yeah. All right. Okay, listen, we're going to take another quick break right now, and then we're going to come back and do our historic song of the day. We got a few of them for you, so we'll be right back after these messages. Don't go anywhere.
All righty.
All right.
Keep informed with everything that's going on with the Radio Shopping Show by joining our VIP text club today. All you have to do is text the message WRMN 1410 to the number 94253 and you're in. You'll receive timely information about shopping show specials instantaneously as they happen. Message and data rates may apply. The voice of the Valley and the home of the Radio Shopping Show, we are WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Taqueria Las Cumbres, Crystal Lake's authentic Mexican restaurant on Grant Street, is open for carryout. For over 15 years, Taqueria Las Cumbres has been serving up all of your favorite Mexican dishes and doing it better than the rest. Recently voted the best in McHenry County. Stop in and carry out the authentic taste of Mexico and see for yourself. Support local for lunch and dinner today and place an order from Taqueria Las Cumbres. Call 815-455-8200 for Taqueria Las Cumbres of downtown Crystal Lake.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Counterfeit products are popping up everywhere. Fake sneakers, fake cosmetics, and even fake pills. Crooks are selling counterfeit versions of just about everything. Last year, billions of dollars worth of counterfeit products were sold in the U.S. Sure, it may seem like saving a few bucks on the things you want isn't a big deal, but counterfeits are usually made in unsafe conditions, potentially using hazardous and even lethal ingredients that could harm you and others. And the money you've paid, it goes right into the hands of criminals and may support child labor, drugs, and even gangs. Smells like big crime to me. So if you still think buying fake products is harmless, think again. And remember, if you don't know where the products came from, how could you know where the money goes? You're smart, buy smart. Go for real. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org. This message is brought to you by the United States Patent and Trademark Office and the National Crime Prevention Council.
Welcome back. You're listening to Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. I'm your host, Tammy Scully. We'll be here until 4 o'clock today with interesting and amusing information and just a little lighthearted fun for you today. We've got our co-host, Nancy French, standing by. Hey, Nance.
Hey.
Hey. Let's see. We're talking a little bit about our historic song of the day for this date in history, which is August 26th. Let's see. I picked out a couple of good ones for you. 95 was the first one I pulled. Let me pull that one up and see what we've got to say about 95. Oh, August 26th, 1995. Remember Seal? He married, married to Heidi Klum for a while.
Was he?
Oh yeah, years.
I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Did they? I think they had kids and stuff. They were married for a while.
Is she the one on the talent?
Yes.
Everybody's got. Okay.
Yes, I believe that
America's
that is
Got
Heidi
Talent.
Klum, and she was married to Seal. And in 1995, Seal went to #1 on the U.S. singles chart with "Kiss from a Rose," taken from the film Batman Forever, a #4 hit in the UK and #1 in the U.S. singles. Here's a little bit of that for you. "Kiss from a Rose" with Seal.
There used to be a graying tower alone on the sea. You became the light on the dark side of me. Love remains a drug that's the high and not the pill. But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become alive and the light that you shine can't be seen? A man can tell you so much he can say. You remain my power, my pleasure, my pain, baby. To me, you're like a grown addiction that I can't deny. Won't you tell me, is that healthy, baby? But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become a large and the light that you shine can't be seen?
Little song. You remember that song, Nancy French? Nancy?
Sure I do.
You do, yeah. From 1995. We do remember 1995. And then on this date in 1987, Sonny Bono, who once said that he never voted until he was 53 years old, announced that he was running for mayor of Palm Springs, California. He won the election in 1988, and he went on to win a seat in Congress in 1996 from a dude who never voted till he was 53.
Yeah.
How about them apples?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What else do we have in this date?
He also died skiing accident, didn't he?
Met a tree. Him and a tree didn't
like.
They had a bad encounter, I guess.
They did.
Away he goes. Let's see. On August 1975, Glenn Campbell was at #1 in the U.S. country singles chart with Rhinestone Cowboy. Remember that one?
Oh,
Song was one of 6 songs released in 1975 that topped both the Billboard Hot 100 and the Billboard Hot Country singles charts. And then let's see, let's go to 65. Well, let's see, 65. A lot happened in 65 on this date, but we've got Sonny and Cher. So Sonny's August 26th was a big one for Sonny. They were #1 in the UK singles chart with I Got You, Babe, the duo's only UK #1. Sonny Bono was inspired to write the song to capitalize on the popularity of the term babe as heard in Bob Dylan's It Ain't Me, Babe. Bono wrote the lyrics and composed the music of the song for himself and his then wife, Cher, late at night in their basement. When Cher was woken up to sing the lyrics, she hated the song, not thinking it would be a hit, and immediately went back to bed. Here it is, a little Sonny and Cher, I Got You, Babe.
Oh, yeah.
They say our love won't pay the rent before it's earned. Our money's all been spent. guess that's so we don't have a plot, but at least I'm sure of all the things we got. Babe, I got you, babe. I got you, babe. I got flowers in the spring. I got you to wear my ring. And when I'm sad, you're a clown. And if I get scared, you're always around. So let them say your hair's too long, 'cause I don't care. With you I can't go wrong. Then put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain we can't climb. Babe, I got you, babe. I got you, babe.
Yeah, that was them. That was August 26th in 65. In 70, we had Eric Clapton recording with Eric Clapton for what would become the double album Layla and Other Assorted Love Songs. And then Clapton, already a fan of the guitarist from Duane Allman, they played in person together. So that was our day in history in music. We're going to take another quick break, top of the hour news, and some words from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
The Triple Berry Cafe of Crystal Lake offers incredible breakfast and lunch options for you, and now the coffee bar is open for you to enjoy. Stop in and enjoy a relaxing cup of coffee in a peaceful setting, and if you're hungry, the Triple Berry Cafe is ready to provide you with homemade goodness. Enjoy omelets, skillets, pancakes, crepes, waffles, and much more for breakfast. Stop in at the Triple Berry Cafe for lunch and enjoy signature sandwiches, burgers, wraps, salads, and healthy options are available as well. Triple Berry Cafe, just off Randall Road in Crystal Lake. Now with a coffee bar. The Triple Berry Cafe of Crystal Lake offers incredible breakfast and lunch options for you, and now the coffee bar is open for you to enjoy. Stop in and enjoy a relaxing cup of coffee in a peaceful setting, and if you're hungry, the Triple Berry Cafe is ready to provide you with homemade goodness. Enjoy omelets, skillets, pancakes, crepes, waffles, and much more for breakfast. Stop in at the Triple Berry Cafe for lunch and enjoy signature sandwiches, burgers, wraps, salads, and healthy options are available as well. Triple Berry Cafe, just off Randall Road in Crystal Lake. Now with a coffee bar.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 3 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Curdan. Brought to you by Sky Rizzi. A significant shakeup in leadership coming to the city of Geneva. The election scheduled for April 1st will see the end of Mayor Kevin Burns' tenure. He served for more than 20 years. Along with that, 5 alderman seats, as well as the city clerk position and city treasurer position, will all be up for grabs. The Fox Valley Robotics team is opening its doors for new members. Parents and kids interested in joining should mark their calendars for an informational meeting on Saturday, August 24th and Sunday, August 25th, both at 1 p.m. The sessions take place at Rotello Middle School in Batavia. The Kane County Division of Transportation is taking proactive steps to ensure road safety for the upcoming winter season. The county board has greenlit the procurement of 8,000 tons of road salt, investing $912,000 in preparation for potential icy conditions. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Curdan.
Last year's RV trip, we met a couple with the same bumper sticker. What are the odds?
Your cousin isn't a good storyteller.
He was a podiatrist, or was it a pharmacist?
You don't say.
Oh, I can't remember.
But she owns an RV protected by Progressive, and you don't. So until you get your own RV, her stories are the most interesting stories you've ever heard.
Wow, interesting.
And when you do get your own RV, save money by bundling it with your home, auto, or other vehicles with Progressive.
Oh, anesthesiologist. He was an anesthesiologist.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Dove. And now Martha Stewart for Skechers. When I make a dish or embark on a craft project, I always use the finest, most fabulous ingredients and materials. Which is why, when it comes to footwear, I love Skechers. Because Skechers is the comfort technology company and uses the most luxurious, innovative materials and designs to make wondrously comfortable footwear with all the fits and features like Arch Fit and Skechers' world-famous air-cooled memory foam. It's exactly the way I'd make shoes.
Find Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Is it noon already? Take your lunch hour up a notch with Out to Lunch from 12 to 2 p.m. right here on WRMN 1410 AM. Unwind with the perfect blend of soothing sounds and lighthearted conversations that'll make every bite taste better. Whether you're in office or out on the town, let us serve up the best in radio company. Stream on the go with our app on Google and Apple. Because lunchtime is your time. Out to Lunch every day from 12 to 2 on WRMN 1410 AM, the talk of the town.
From morning coffee to your evening commute, WRMN 1410 AM is here for you. The faithful friend that brings you local news, timely topics, and the friendliest voices in the Valley. Stay informed, entertained, and engaged with our full lineup of shows, streaming all day, every day at WRMN1410.com or on the WRMN app. Wherever you are, we're right there with you. So why switch stations? Stick with the one that has it all. WRMN 1410 AM, your daily companion, your constant conversation.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Marlins beat the Cubs 7-2 in Miami Sunday. Connor Norby homered, doubled, and singled, helping the Marlins snap a 5-game losing skid. Cubs starter Javier Assad limited Miami to 3 runs in 6 hits in a season-high 7 innings. The Tigers handed the White Sox their 100th loss of the season, 9-4 the final. The Sox need to finish 12-19 to avoid tying the 1962 Mets for the modern Major League record for most losses in a season. Andrew Vaughn doubled, homered, and had 2 RBI in the loss. Some roster cut-downs for the Bears over the weekend. Quarterback John Paddock was let go. So was former Illinois defensive lineman Keith Randolph Jr. The Bears made a trade. They get defensive tackle Chris Williams and a 2025 7th-round pick from Cleveland in exchange for a 2025 6th-round pick. Bundle auto and home, renters, or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's carbon fiber mountain bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
As fall approaches, you have a lot to prepare for. Back to school, sporting events, family gatherings, and staying on top of your health. The virus that causes COVID-19 continues to evolve. So this fall, no matter what you're prepping for, you can prioritize your family's health and make a game plan for COVID-19.
Over the years, you've brought them into your home. You were prescribed opioids after the C-section. When Dad injured his back, when your basketball star tore his ACL, opioids helped with the pain, and you held on to them just in case. But did you know holding on to unused opioids puts your family at risk? Opioids are powerful pain-reducing prescription medicines, but most people who are prescribed opioids don't finish their prescriptions. So millions of unused opioids are sitting in homes across the country. And tragically, more than 100 Americans die every day from overdoses involving opioids. What can you do to protect your family? Remove the risk of unused opioids from your home. Pills, patches, or syrups in drawers, purses, and cabinets, anywhere they might be hiding. To find out how to dispose of them properly, visit www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Don't come any closer, don't come any nearer. My
back. You're listening to a little girl talk right here. I'm your host, Tammy Scully, on Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. I've got Nancy French in the canyons today. If you're looking on YouTube, she's in some sort of canyon somewhere, according to her background, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Do you echo? Yeah, do you have an echo and a hello, hello, hello in the canyon? No?
No echo.
No, not for that. Not today.
Yeah.
Just the background of the canyon happening
Correct.
for you. So I've got a review to do in our next business segment. This weekend, we went to the Palatine Street Fest, which is always fun. They had a band, ARRA, I think ARRA. They were an 80s kind of Journey kind of guy, the high voice kind of Journey thing going on there. And they were good. They were fine. Neither one of us were feeling it though. My husband and I were like, let's go see what else is out there. So we went to Mad Cats. Now, Mad Cats is a little bar on Slade Street. It used to be called Max on Slade's. Now it's called Mad Cats. It's a fun little bar. I like the bar a lot. They have on Tuesday nights open mic night. So we're up there frequently to check out the open mic nights. And they've got great, jazz stuff happening. It's a good music place, and their food not so bad either. So if you're hungry and you're out in Palatine, try Mad Cats on for size. It wouldn't be one you would think of, but they do have pretty good food. And in particular, let me tell you about what I got. I ordered the BLT sliders, which was a hors d'oeuvre kind of thing, and the hors d'oeuvre bacon, lettuce. Yes, so it was bacon, lettuce, and fried green tomatoes.
Oh, yes. Give me some.
So
Give me
good.
some right now.
It was crazy good. I
haven't heard of bacon, lettuce, and fried green.
Oh my God.
Green,
I was
green fried
hoping.
tomatoes.
Oh my God, so good. I was hoping that Sonar could find a little picture of it, because if you see it in the menu at Mad Cats, if you go to menu and then you can they have pictures of it there. It looks like I called the girl back over. And who is that just walked across your canyon? Somebody just walked across
Ignore him. We have various varmints running around the canyon.
I see.
That was a little.
You need an exterminator over there. So anyway, if you can see the picture, it's so good. I was expecting like a fried green tomato, just fried and like a green tomato on top of the BLT stuff. It was I thought it was a chunk of meat. No, those are Brussels sprouts. Keep going. They had I thought it was a piece of chicken. I called the girl back that brought it to me, and I'm like, wait, what is that? And she said, that's the green tomato. It's so good. They fry it, and it's tasty, crazy tasty. Bottom left, is that it?
Bottom left?
Are those them right here?
That doesn't even look like a green tomato.
Oh, it didn't look like a fried green tomato when I was eating. I thought it was a piece of chicken. I'm like, is there chicken in this? There can't be chicken in this. She said, no, that's the tomato. It is so good. So if you're out there and you're looking for a little something, I'm going to highly recommend these. These were good. It was $10, hors d'oeuvres. You get 3 of them. And, I only needed 1. My husband took the other 2. They were really good. I would do it again in a heartbeat. And I recommend them if you're out and about in Palatine looking for a little something to eat. They have actually really good food there. They have some good dishes as well. But the fried green tomatoes, the BL fried green tea sliders, that's what I recommend at Mad Cats. And Mad Cats is a fun little place anyway. And they've got really cute little logo with the little smiley Cheshire cat kind of thing going on. Cute. Very nice little place. So I recommend it. Highly recommend it.
Tammy, did it taste like chicken though?
Well, I didn't know what it was. I'm like, what is this? It's super yummy. It has to be chicken. Is it hamburger? Is it chicken? What is it? No, it's tomatoes, fried green ones. They were really, really, really yummy, if I do say so myself. So here's what we're moving into next, Miss Nancy. We've got a segment of That's Punny coming your way.
Oh, boy.
I know. We get the drum roll ready. Get ready to go. I've got a whole new list for you here. I've got some of these are actually the same concept of some of the ones we've talked about before, but I'll try and avoid those if I can. How about this one?
Mean Mike? You mean like Mike?
Mike, yeah, well, Mike, yes, the chicken is in here a couple of times, but that's a pun. That's not. So these are puns. Mike was in the Did You Know section.
He was in the Did You Know.
Oh, he sure was.
No, he was.
And who knew? Nobody I know. Let's see. Let's talk a little bit about the puns.
Okay.
How can you spot a nosy pepper?
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
One nosy pepper.
A nosy pepper. How do you spot one? It gets jalapeno business. That means all up in your business. Jalapeno business.
Boy.
I know, man. I had to work that one.
Okay.
Ta-dum-tum. That one
You
wasn't
did have to work that one.
that wasn't the best. That one wasn't the best. Let me see what else we can come up with.
Try again.
Oh, I think I've done this one. What do you call an alligator in a vest?
An elevator, a vest of, I don't know.
Well, you're working it a little bit. An investigator. Get it? Investigator.
close.
Yeah, you were. You had to work a little harder, though. Did you know deer can jump higher than the average house? It's because of their strong hind legs and the fact that the average house can't jump.
Oh, boy.
That's so
Oh, boy.
Come on, that was dumb. That was dumb.
Yeah, that was funny.
What did one eye say to the other?
An eye for an eye.
Close. No, not even close.
Nah, okay.
Just between you and me, something smells. Get it? One eye says it to the other eye. Get it? You don't get that? You're looking around like you don't understand that one.
I don't.
Just between you and me, something smells. One eye says it to the other eye. Your nose.
Oh,
is
jeez Louise. Wow.
my.
That was, I know. Sorry.
I had to really walk you through that one.
You had to. You should have drawn me a picture, I think. I needed a picture.
I didn't have one. Just a face.
Okay.
Let's see. What do you say to a llama that loves picnicking? Dum, da-dum, 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 da-dum. Give up?
Yeah.
Alpaca lunch. Alpaca lunch. Get it?
Yeah, I get that one.
Some of these are a little stretched. Not so bad, though. We'll make it work. Let's see, what else do we have?
Okay.
A photon checks into a hotel. The front desk asks if it has any luggage. It replies, "No, I'm traveling light." Get it?
Ah, yes,
now,
I
that's
do.
a good one. That I
Yes,
need.
I
I'm
do.
sorry, Sonar. Where is the drum roll on that? That was a good
Okay.
one. That's
You know
a good
what?
one.
I like that one. I'm a science girl, so
I
I
know.
got that one.
I'm surprised I didn't hear more chuckles out of you people on that one. That was a good one. And they're there we go. There's a guffaw. These are like few and far between the chuckles. I can't stand Russian dolls. Oh, they're so full of themselves. Get it? The Russian dolls that go inside each other.
Yeah, we
that's
know
cute.
that. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I don't like that. I know. What do you call a snail that isn't moving?
A slug.
Maybe an S-car stay, not an S-car go.
Okay.
That was
Wow.
bad.
Okay.
I know. I had to walk you through that one too. Let's
did.
see. Did you hear about the new corduroy pillowcases?
No, Tammy, I didn't.
They're really making headlines. Get it? Lines in your head.
Yeah, I sure do.
corduroy.
I sure do get that.
That one, that was kind of a reach.
That was a reach. Yeah.
If you see an Apple store get robbed, does that make you an eyewitness?
Ah.
Hey, that was sort of a laugh, kind of. Why? Hey, why couldn't the pony sing in the choir?
Why couldn't the pony sing in the choir?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know why.
Why?
Because he's not a horse. He's not a horse.
He was a little horse.
Something like that.
Yeah. There it is.
I think I got
There it is.
I got one.
Kind
Mikey,
of-
I had one.
Well, you got one. We're going to keep
Well,
track
sort
of
of.
that.
Sort of.
Did you hear about the woman who loved making archery supplies?
Archery supplies. The woman.
You should give up. You'll never get it.
Okay.
Every day she went to work, she quivered with joy. Yeah.
Sonar, that did not deserve a drum
You're right.
roll.
That was. I think we have a drum roll credit on our behalf because
you do.
Did you hear about the woman that loved? Oh, we just said that. The past, the present, and the future all walk into a bar. It was tense.
Oh boy, that's not bad. You can do. Yeah, that's a small drum roll. Small.
Let's see. Why did the hipster burn his mouth on pizza?
Hipster. Pizza. I don't know.
Because he ate it before it was cool. The hipster did.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That is so funny.
See? It was punny. It's punny.
You know what, Tammy? You should just laugh at your own jokes.
I am laughing inside at all of these.
Well, okay. So am I. Way inside.
Let's see. Rumors of a food shortage at this year's Spoonerism conference turned out to be a complete lack of pies. Yeah, we needed that. We needed a little something on that one.
Okay, all right.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Hey, don't ever believe an atom. They make up everything.
Oh boy.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm glad I know sign language. It's pretty handy. Oh, that was almost a groan, Nancy.
Oh. Well, you're going to hear more of those. Keep going.
I'm going. Why does Waldo from Where's Waldo always wear a striped shirt?
A striped shirt.
A striped shirt. Why is Waldo always wearing a striped shirt? You give up?
I don't know. Yeah.
He doesn't want to be spotted.
Oh, that's cute. That's pretty cute.
Let's see.
I have to tell my grandchildren some of these jokes.
I know they're definitely
You should
approved.
save them.
Yes. Let's see. What else do I have? Girl walks into a bar and asks the bartender for a double entendre. So he gives it to her.
Oh my God. Wow.
Okay. Yeah, that was a wow.
Is that?
Yes, there's the crowd. There's the crowd we were waiting for. I went to a zoo the other day, but there was only one dog there. It was a Shih Tzu.
Oh boy.
That was bad.
Okay.
Why did the now come on? Why did the Scarecrow get an award? You've heard this one.
Oh boy.
He was outstanding in his field.
Okay. That's
Yeah, I've heard that in different versions.
Okay.
Be kind to dentists. They have fillings too, you know.
No.
That was a stretch.
Oh.
Do
the dentists have fillings or do they fill?
They have fillings. They have fillings.
Have them in their teeth? Okay.
All the toilets in the New York Police Department headquarters have been stolen. The police apparently have nothing to go on. Oh, man. That was a big stretch.
Sonar, you are heavy-handed with that drum roll.
No, we need all the help we can get.
It took me a while to find it. That's why I'm trying to get it in now.
Oh,
making up time on the drum roll. Okay. Yeah, I know. This one is
might help.
Let's see. I did a theatrical performance about puns. It was really just a play on words.
Oh. Mm.
Why? Hey, Nancy.
Uh-huh.
Why did this can crusher quit her job?
I don't know, Tammy. Why did she?
It was soda pressing.
Oh.
They're bad. I know.
These. Did you get these from the worst puns
It
ever
is actually
generated?
called A Collection of Terrible Puns. That's exactly what it's
okay.
called.
Well, now it makes sense.
Most puns are terrible if you think about it.
Well, that is true.
Nancy, it's like when somebody smells something bad and they go, "Here, you smell this."
Uh-huh.
So they want to share the misery.
Well, sure. And
I've done that. I've done that.
I see no reason not to share the misery with you people because you know, you're groaning right along with the rest of us here. Let's see.
What else you have?
Oh,
I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Sonar, did we have some comments we were going to chat about?
Yeah, I got a couple things in here. They were talking about the Batman movie, and Brennan went to go see 200% Wolves. I guess he just went to the Bensonville movie theater. I've never heard of that movie, so I'm going to have to check it out.
Isn't the Bensonville one you can go for $3 and it's like second run?
Oh, I hope so. Yeah,
I think that's the one I knew about in Bensonville. I don't know if it's still there, but that was a while ago.
I do remember Val Kilmer. He's an actor from Top Gun Maverick and Heat. Somebody else says The Saint, The Doors, Willow, Tombstone. Val Kilmer is great. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is a great movie with him and Robert Downey Jr.
I don't think I saw that one. That was.
I didn't either.
That's older, isn't it?
2005. So yeah, it's, almost 20 years old. Let's see here. Somebody else comes in. What a stunner that Sonny couldn't share. I figured the mop cut would lock a lady in for life.
Who said that? Wait a minute. Who said that?
That was radio's Marky B himself came in with that
Mr. Mark.
quick wit.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
funny.
You know what? I think Mark should try the mop top. Don't you think he'd look lovely in that?
I think so.
Yeah, the mop top.
Mop top.
But
It's a good
he's
look on
built for
so many.
speed though, so he's trying to get that time shaved down. So he's got to shave the hair, the legs, everything, and be a faster runner.
Okay, all right. We're gonna watch that. We're gonna watch that happen and see how that goes.
I feel like that'll take a lot of time off.
Yes, it'll take a lot of time out of his day to shave his legs and his chest and everything. That's about the only time it'll take.
That's true.
Right there.
Yeah, I've known someone that shaved most of their limbs and such, chest, and to bike and swim faster. Okay, I'm thinking I don't know about that. I just don't
Swimmers
know about
for
that.
sure get rid of the hair. It takes the time, to drag on the
Does
water.
it really though? I mean,
Swimmers, if you're a real swimmer, I mean, if
does it? Okay.
you're a pretend swimmer, I don't know, but I don't know about running. I don't know about that. I mean, you look at the Olympics. Like, remember the Summer Olympics that were just here? The guys who run and jump over the hurdles and all that other stuff, they have jewelry and like stuff on.
Yeah,
like
they
all
have
have long nails and big hair, and so
Big
I don't
hair.
think the runner thing. Oh, I'm
No.
not sure. I don't think shaving their legs is going to cut down their time, but I know swimming for sure is definitely a thing
All right. Okay.
for the little swimmers. I don't know about
Yeah.
diving as well too. Divers.
I don't know if that makes a splash smaller.
That makes it I guess
the
that you
splash
could,
smaller, with a few little hairs on your.
yeah, sure. Well, they get graded on.
Mark says, "I'll take the extra 5 seconds to keep the leg hair."
It's recommended,
I
Mark.
would.
It's
I
recommended.
would
Yeah, it's a
do
good
that.
choice. I think that you've made a fine decision there, Mr. Mark. Let's see. Let's talk about becoming vegetarian was a huge missed steak. Get it? Missed steak. Yeah. I'm back in my puns now. We're coming back. to the
I know. Okay. I missed the first part of it. But.
Yeah. Why do you call it? What do you call a broken can opener?
What do you call a broken can opener?
Mm-hmm. Tick tock. Tick tock.
I know.
A can't opener.
Okay, that's good. That's okay. Okay.
I don't know about good, but it wasn't so bad, I guess.
Not too bad.
Right. Wasn't too bad. Let's see. Oh, we did those about the corduroy pillowcase. That was a dumb one, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was. Not good.
How do trees feel in the spring?
Heavier. No.
Relieved. Get it? Relieved.
Relieved.
Yeah, get it?
Sort of. Yes, I do, but
how about
it doesn't make it funnier. I get it, but it's not funny.
No, it doesn't. That doesn't make you laugh.
No, it didn't make me laugh harder.
Did you hear about the sale on paddles?
No, I didn't, Tammy.
It was quite the ordeal. Thank you very much. Let's see. I've got just a few more miserable puns left for you.
Okay.
If a wizard uses magic to hold up a camera and take a picture of himself, is that a spelfie? Wizard does a spelfie.
Ha.
Did you hear the devil is going bald? No, you didn't hear that?
Tammy, I did not.
Yeah, there's going to be hell to pay. Toupee, get it? Toupee. A toupee. Why is Peter Pan always flying? Come on, you got this.
Can you give me a hint?
Yeah, where does he live? Where does he live?
In a treehouse?
No, well,
Neverland.
That's it.
Because he never lands.
That's it. Very good.
Okay. Thank you.
I know. Yay.
Oh, thank you, Sonar. Yes, I
You had to
deserve
work
that.
that one. You had to work that one.
Mhm.
What language do bridges speak?
Do British people speak?
Bridges. Bridges.
bridges.
Like bridges, like things you've
Bridges. I don't know.
Span-ish. Get it? Span. They span. I know.
Yeah, I can't even pretend on that one.
Hey, if a kid won't take a nap, is that resisting arrest?
Well, yes, it is. In my opinion, it is definitely resisting arrest. I felt that way every time my son didn't take a nap.
Oh, how many ears does Captain Kirk have? 3. The right, the left, and the final front ear.
Oh, wow. I would not have gotten that one.
No, nobody would ever get that one. No. All right, I'm gonna leave you with that funny joke, and we appreciate you listening to those. They were pretty painful. We'll be back after these messages. Don't go anywhere.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Sky Rizzi. A significant shakeup in leadership coming to the city of Geneva. The election scheduled for April 1st will see the end of Mayor Kevin Burns' tenure. He served for more than 20 years. Along with that, 5 alderman seats, as well as the city clerk position and city treasurer position, will all be up for grabs. The Fox Valley Robotics team is opening its doors for new members. Parents and kids interested in joining should mark their calendars for an informational meeting on Saturday, August 24th and Sunday, August 25th, both at 1 p.m. The sessions take place at Rotello Middle School in Batavia. The Kane County Division of Transportation is taking proactive steps to ensure road safety for the upcoming winter season. The county board has greenlit the procurement of 8,000 tons of road salt, investing $912,000 in preparation for potential icy conditions. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Last year's RV trip, we met a couple with the same bumper sticker. What are the odds?
Your cousin isn't a good storyteller.
He was a podiatrist, or was it a pharmacist?
You don't say.
Oh, I can't remember.
But she owns an RV protected by Progressive, and you don't. So until you get your own RV, her stories are the most interesting stories you've ever heard.
Wow, interesting.
And when you do get your own RV, save money by bundling it with your home, auto, or other vehicles with Progressive.
Oh, anesthesiologist. He was an anesthesiologist.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
And now Martha Stewart for Skechers. When I make a dish or embark on a craft project, I always use the finest, most fabulous ingredients and materials. Which is why, when it comes to footwear, I love Skechers. Because Skechers is the comfort technology company and uses the most luxurious, innovative materials and designs to make wondrously comfortable footwear with all the fits and features like Arch Fit and Skechers' world-famous air-cooled memory foam. It's exactly the way I'd make shoes.
Find Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold. Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Tigers handed the White Sox their 100th loss of the season, 9-4 the final. The Sox need to finish 12-19 to avoid tying the 1962 Mets for the modern Major League record for most losses in a season. Andrew Vaughn doubled, homered, and had 2 RBI in the loss. The Marlins beat the Cubs 7-2 in Miami Sunday. Connor Norby homered, doubled, and singled, helping the Marlins snap a 5-game losing skid. Cubs starter Javier Assad limited Miami to 3 runs in 6 hits in a season-high 7 innings. Some roster cut-downs for the Bears over the weekend. Quarterback John Paddock was let go. So was former Illinois defensive lineman Keith Randolph Jr. The Bears made a trade. They get defensive tackle Chris Williams and a 2025 7th-round pick from Cleveland in exchange for a 2025 6th-round pick. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Progressive presents Renters MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's carbon fiber mountain bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
As fall approaches, you have a lot to prepare for. Back to school, sporting events, family gatherings, and staying on top of your health. The virus that causes COVID-19 continues to evolve. So this fall, no matter what you're prepping for, you can prioritize your family's health and make a game plan for COVID-19 vaccination. Ask your doctor or pharmacist to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hit the open road and experience the fresh air of Wisconsin at the Grand Stay Hotel and Suites in Mount Horeb. This award-winning hotel is just outside Madison. Mount Horeb is known as the troll capital of the world. Families can go on a troll hunt through the historic downtown or check out Cave of the Mounds just minutes down the road. The Grand Stay offers a beautiful pool and a hot tub with year-round fun. Visit grandstaymounthoreb.com today to schedule your visit. Welcome back. You're listening to Talk Time with Tammy and Friends right here on WRMN AM 1410. Hey, we have a live call-in line if you want to call and chat with us. It's 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. I am broadcasting live from Nashville today. Miss Nancy is joining me, and she is live from Dallas. We're both in hot places. Oh, and by the way, so are you. It's hot up there in Chicago as well. We've got a text line for you, too. If you want to text us anytime, we've got that Image 360 line. It's 505-926-1410. That's 505-926-1410. If you would like to send us a text about anything at all, it is available for you to use. Now, you can also see us on YouTube if you want to see us. If you don't want to hear us, if you want to hear us, turn on the radio. If you want to see us, go to YouTube at WRMN Radio, and then you can chat with us also on the side. There's a little chat box on the side. You can comment back and forth, and our crack engineer Not that our engineer is on crack, but he is a crack engineer. He is there to take the comments.
Gary comes in and says, "Hey, Tammy, how are things in Nashville?"
Things are hot in Nashville, boy. It's we're starting to heat up. Today's the cool day at 90, whatever it is, 97, and then 3 more days this week of 100 degrees down here. So it's a little toasty. A little toasty down here. That's okay. I have not gotten to see Mr. Declan yet. I haven't gotten to see the grandbaby yet. He started school today, and I'm super sad. He starts. I know he goes to whatever we're calling it, daycare school, whatever. 9 in the morning until noon. So I can see him in the afternoons now. We're going to have dinner with Mr. Declan this evening. Looking forward to doing that as well with my Nashville peeps,
Awesome.
Awesome. It is awesome. We've got next on the agenda today, we've got a News Nation clip that our friend in the studio, the crack producer, we're going to call him producer, the crack producer. Well, they used to call it like Cracker Jack.
Does he like that name?
Does he like crack?
Do you like that name?
I don't know. I think I'd take the Cracker Jack side of it better.
Yeah. Well, that's why they call it. That's why they use it. Like it used to be back in the day. If somebody was really good at something, they called you a Cracker Jack.
Yeah, it's like smart as a whip type of thing. Like a crack, like a crack of a whip.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
I didn't know that.
So we're not saying that Mr. Sonar's on crack or anything. We're just saying he's good at what he's doing in there, and we appreciate him working so hard. So he's going to be commenting back on your comments on the YouTube side of thing, as well as he gets your text. If you have any text you want to send to 505-926-1410 is the number. And what he's going to do now is pick a fabulous clip from the News Nation clips that we have available, of news clips from recent news, and we're going to chat about it. What you got for us today?
It's not even Labor Day, but retailers are in the process of the Summerween as they turn their attention to fall and even Halloween. News Nation Xavier Walton reports there's a big reason they make the shift while people are still enjoying the summer fun.
That includes Home Depot, where we are, which launched its online Halloween campaign. Listen to this. In April, a whopping 6 months before Halloween. It's called the Halfway to Halloween sale. Other stores like Lowe's, Party City, Michael's, they started selling some of their spooky season stuff online in June.
Last year, Americans spent more than $12 billion in Halloween-related purchases, setting a new record.
Wow. Halloween, you go all out for Halloween. Have you pulled out the skeleton yet?
Out of my closet?
Yeah.
I don't know if I should talk about that on air, but okay. No, haven't yet, but I will. October 1st is my deal.
See, we all have our dates. Now.
That's when Skelly comes out. I love Halloween. In fact, Home Depot has a they're gigantic, Grim Reaper and Scarecrow situation.
I've seen them. Where do you store those in the off season, might I ask?
Okay, so Tammy, this is why my husband will, I don't know, divorce me over that, but he said I may not buy one of those gigantic.
You're not allowed to get the giant Skelly?
No, I can't, and I shouldn't. He's right. He's right. It's not good. It's too much.
It's a matter of storage. I mean,
it is a matter of storage.
I mean,
but they're so cool.
They're huge. In fact, there's a house on Route. I want to say it's Barrington Road that turns into like 59, I think, through Barrington, and they have 3 of those big guys out there. 3 of the big, like taller than the house skeleton guys out there.
All right.
And they're up year round, and I assume it's because they had nowhere to store them. So they dress them for like summer and like they dress them for the seasons.
What's your date, Tammy? What's your date to put the decorations out?
Well, Halloweeny, yeah, no, like 15th of October, let's say, like a couple weeks,
wow.
a couple weeks before Halloween. We don't have a lot of Halloween stuff. And you know what happens? I have this, what do you call them? Frankenstein, like a big stuffed 5-foot Frankenstein guy.
Ooh, that sounds really pretty cool.
And I put him in the rocking chair on the front porch. But what ends up happening is dogwood. You know what dogwood is? The white things
I do.
in the air. They're always around Thanksgiving or Halloween around us. There, and we sit on a 40-acre park, so there's always these big giant white and Frankenstein on the front porch gets loaded with these white things, and I got to go shake him out. And more work for me, Frank. Cut it out. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't go out until last couple of weeks because I don't want to have to vacuum Frankenstein again.
Yeah, I got that.
Gary says he's got one of those too, probably those giant skeletons. And then Chris comes in and says, hot here today and hotter tomorrow. But there is a September 13th, Friday the 13th. I think that would be the best day to put out your Halloween decoration.
Really? Don't you think that's awfully early? That's like, 6
Pretty
weeks early. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. What about you, Sonar? When do you put out Halloween
I think that's what we're
decorations?
planning on doing is something for the Friday the 13th because you don't get those too often. So we're trying to get a Friday the 13th type of party going. Even here, I have a psychic that is going to be doing readings for us here at the station.
I love it.
Oh, I do too.
I
That's
love it. Now,
great.
that's a fabulous. Listen, I'm all for the party. Have the
fun.
party on Friday the 13th, September 13th. Just, Frank's not going on the front porch until the dogwood's out of the way. You know what I'm saying?
Gary says that there's no skeletons in the closet, as he means. He's got a few of those, the skeletons in the closet. That's what he's got.
Who doesn't, for cry eye, right?
That's true. if you're honest, you do.
Everybody's got a skeleton somewhere, man. I don't know. Some skeletons are bigger than others. That's all I can say.
Okay.
Like some people care about skeletons more than others, right? And
Right.
And I don't.
Yeah.
I don't care about them at all.
Well, I do a whole display. I set up a maitre d', and I have a skeleton maitre d', an animatronic, guy pouring wine. It's fantastic. He says all kinds of fun things.
Well, that's quite the investment. I mean,
it is. It was. Well, I got it at a good price, but I have to set up the table with the candelabra.
Do you have more Halloween stuff or more Christmas stuff?
Oh, Halloween.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
I know it's starting to overthrow the Christmas decorations
but
these days.
I love it. I do have a decent amount of. I like big decorations, just a few big. I don't like the little tiny knick-knack things. I like.
Well, I mean, I've got 40 years worth of all of it, in
I'm starting
boxes.
to pitch some of that.
Are you?
Are you keeping it? Are you holding on to
Well,
it?
some of it's sentimental, like the kids gave it to, or well, they got it from this or that, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I did though? I did do boxes for each of the kids and then put their stuff in their box, and then when they get their own house, here you go, here's your box, so you can you can put those decorations on your tree now, or whatever. But I don't have Halloween stuff in there. In fact, I'm light on the Halloween stuff. I put the ghosts out. I have ghosts on the front porch every year.
I like ghosts. Ghosts are fun.
Yep.
Very fun.
We hang up 4 or 5 ghosts.
Yeah,
and
those
then
are
we
cool.
do the little trick-or-treaters that are, they look like little trick-or-treaters. One's a ghost and one's a witch, little people that, oh gosh, got those years ago at a craft fair and have had them ever since. They're falling apart, but I shove them back together and put them out there with Frankenstein, actually.
Well, sure. But you don't want Frank to be lonely, do you?
No, nobody would like that. I don't think anybody wants Frank
Just
to be
as
lonely.
Mary Shelley intended.
Yes. Correct. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and do a segment called List It. We'll be back with that right after these messages. Don't go anywhere.
Old Salem Cafe is now Renata's German restaurant with old family recipes for delicious Bavarian dinners. Renata's is also known for breakfast and lunch. Renata's German restaurant has fresh baked German pastries. For a hearty breakfast, try Renata's for pancakes, skillets, and more. They've also set the standard for catering excellence. Try Renata's German restaurant off Irving Park, west of Wise Road in Hanover Park. Visit renatasgermanrestaurant.com.
Michael Brown, former Undersecretary of Homeland Security and Director of FEMA, is your new full-time host of The Weekend, which airs every Saturday from 4 to 7 p.m. right here on WRMN. Each week on the popular 3-hour program, Brown offers listeners a fresh take on the weekend talk with his provocative insights into current events, politics, and culture. So late in the day on Saturday, make it a point to catch The Weekend with Michael Brown right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM. As the Elgin Police Department continues to participate in the Distracted Driving campaign, they wanted to share some tips from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration website regarding safe driving. If you are expecting a text or need to send one, pull over and park your car in a safe location. Once you are safely off the road and parked, it's safe to text. Designate your passenger as your designated texter. Allow them to access your phone to respond to calls or messages. Do not engage in social media scrolling or messaging while driving. Are you struggling not to text and drive? Activate your phone's Do Not Disturb feature or put your cell phone in the trunk, the glove box, or the back seat of your vehicle until you arrive at your destination. Remember, the Elgin Police are conducting directed patrols to enforce distracted driving violations. Just drive and stay safe. A message from our friends at the Elgin Police Department and your friends here at WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Ever take your car through the auto emissions lane only to experience the sinking feeling that your car has failed the test? Don't fret. Let Meineke at 376 Sundown in South Elgin fix the problem for you. Meineke's mechanics will determine the exact problem with your vehicle and suggest necessary repairs with Meineke's diagnostic service. Pass that test with help from the trained Meineke technicians. Call today for your appointment. 847-888-9644. That's 847-888-9644. In the mood for some great barbecue but just don't have time to make it yourself? Carry out Coleman's Barbecue on Elgin's East Side at 79 Clock Tower. Coleman specializes in ribs, tips, chicken wings, seafood, and sandwiches with sides like coleslaw, potato salad, and dessert. Try Coleman's Exotic Mild Sauce. It's the bomb. You can also buy sauce in gallon or pint sizes. It's prepared just right, the Coleman's way. Call 224-535-8153.
Welcome back. You're listening to Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. I'm your host, Tammy Scully, and I've got Nancy French on the line as well today. Hey, Nance, how's it going over there?
It's going. It's hot.
It's hot. It's hot everywhere. All the way. It's the end of August. What do you want? That's the way it works.
That's
you know?
that's partly true.
I guess that's the way it works. Hey, we are currently podcasters. Did you know that?
No.
Nancy? No?
Yes, I did. I mean, yes, I knew that.
Aha. Well, we're going to share it with our listeners as well. We have our podcast is up and available. Where's that available, Mr. Sonar? Do you know?
All kinds of different places. There it is on Spotify. There it is on iHeartRadio. It'll soon be on Apple once they approve us. And so really, you'll be able to find Talk Time with Tammy and Friends all over the intranets.
Wow, that is exciting news. You can listen to us anytime you want. So if you missed the show, you can go into YouTube, and are they archived there?
Yeah, if you go into the live side of YouTube there, you can see the shows there. They are the beginning of all of the Fox Valley afternoons, and you should be able to see that live stream there, or you can listen to the podcast on your favorite podcasting platform.
Love it. And pretty soon we'll be hitting Apple. I know Apple takes a minute to get through the hoops on,
Yep, they got to verify us there, and I think you've got to have a few more episodes than just last Friday's.
All right. Well, we're working on it. Today's going in the hopper as well. So, if you missed us, and this is only audio, I think, isn't it?
Yes, podcasts are traditionally only audio. If you would like to see the vlog, that would be the live stream on the YouTube side.
Yep. So you've got options for you. We'll continue to roll those out as we go, but that's exciting. We've got a podcast out there, packaged and ready to roll if you want to download that and listen to us at your leisure. So this next segment we're going to chat about, it is it's called Listed, and I found all these interesting lists out there. I love lists. I make lists of everything. I don't get through a day without making a list, crossing things off a list, constant lists. And so I am going to do, this is the most expensive celebrity memorabilia sold at auction, this list is, okay? Some wacky stuff on this one. Let's see. What is, we did a couple of these last week, but they by far did not hit the list. There's a lot of them on here. We did Darth Vader's helmet worn by actor David Prowse in Star Wars Episode 5.
Oh,
that one sold for $898,420 to an anonymous bidder. That seems insane, but that's what they did.
8,000, did you say?
800,000.
800,000.
898,420. Yeah, lots and lots.
800. Oh my God.
Almost 900,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane.
Almost
Let's see.
a million.
What do you think? What do you think Judy Garland's ruby red slippers from The Wizard of Oz sold for at auction?
Oh wow. Okay. I'm gonna say $10 million.
You would have overpaid for those slippers.
Okay.
6 million by auction.
6 million?
Six.
Yeah, 6 million.
6 million.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well. But
There's
those are-
several. So there's several other pairs of those ruby red slippers. Apparently, I guess there's not only one. One pair that was stolen in 2005 and recovered by the FBI in 2018.
Okay.
Did not know that.
Well, Tammy, if I knew that there were other slippers out there, I would have, lowered my price. I feel.
Okay. All right. So you got to gather the facts before you make
I
your
do.
guesses, I guess.
Right.
Let's see. What do you think? Have you seen Breakfast at Tiffany's? Audrey Hepburn.
Long time ago.
Yep. Classic movie.
Yeah.
Audrey
is.
Hepburn's personal working script from Breakfast at Tiffany's. What do you think that sold for at auction in 2018?
Working skit. Wow.
I know.
That's iconic.
It's a big one.
2 point more.
Lower.
Million.
Lower. Guess again.
1.7 million.
Lower.
900,000.
Lower.
Wow, this is sad.
Oh, it's a bargain.
It's a bargain.
Well,
500,000?
Not really. $811,615. Yes, 800,000 for the working script from Breakfast at Tiffany's for Audrey Hepburn, where she's got her little notes in there and all this other stuff on there.
Wow.
Other items at the auction included a tan Burberry trench coat of hers and a black Givenchy cocktail dress and a working script for My Fair Lady. Doesn't tell me what that one went for. Do you remember Grease?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
The skin tight black pants that Olivia Newton-John wore as Sandy in Grease.
Ooh.
They were sold to the Spanx founder, Sarah Blakely.
I love it.
Guess how much?
Okay.
That's a bargain. Now, this is really a bargain.
It's a bargain? They're
It's a bargain. Well, compared to
Okay.
what else we've been talking about, this is
Right.
a bargain.
Okay. $259,000.
Lower.
$150,000.
Close. Close. 162,000, which is still, the price of a condo for Cry-Eye, but
Well, a cheap condo.
a cheap condo, but still.
I'm not sure where you get that condo.
Somewhere in the country.
Would you want to live there? I don't know.
Somewhere in the country. Let's see. What else do we have? Blake Lively says she plans to frame the iconic pants for display at the Spanx headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia. She also bought a pink ladies jacket in the auction. A portion of the auction proceeds will go towards Olivia Newton-John's Cancer, Wellness, and Research Center in Australia. How about, do you remember Princess Diana when she danced with John Travolta in the White House in 1995?
Oh, wow. No, I don't remember that specifically, but
Yeah, if you saw this picture, it's the dark blue gown that Princess Diana wore while dancing with John Travolta at the White House, 1995, sold for, and this is according to CNN, $347,000 for that gown.
yeah, I can see it.
That's, right, reasonable. The tennis racket Serena Williams smashed during the 2018 U.S. Open final defeat to Naomi Osaka sold at auction for $20,910.
So it's smashed.
It's smashed. Yeah.
Okay.
It's green and it's smashed.
Okay.
Yes. Somebody bought that. I don't know. Somebody wanted. How about, hey, do you remember Marilyn Monroe singing Happy Birthday to
Yeah, Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Marilyn
Well, I mean, I
Monroe.
don't remember it, Tammy, but I know of it.
Well, yeah, you were quite the youngster
I was a
then.
toddler
Yeah.
or something.
Marilyn Monroe's Happy Birthday, Mr. President dress, which was covered in 2,500 rhinestones, sold for $1,267 at a Christie's auction in 1999.
You know, Tammy, wouldn't it be fun to go to the auction? Just sit there, just be there, just to
And
see
see who is bidding on this stuff. Yeah,
and who and see the stuff. I think, do they have the items present, do you think?
I think they do. Like the
See, that would be
silver
interesting.
silver dog bowl owned by Joan Rivers went for $13,750 at Christie's auction for her dog named Spike, which is engraved on the front of it.
Spike, that's hilarious. I love the name.
June 17th, 2016 in New York. Silver dog bowl from Tiffany & Company is engraved with the name Spike for her Yorkshire Terrier. Well, listen, we're going to skedaddle for today. We appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow with more fun for you. Have a great day and make good decisions.
All right.
Attention all burger enthusiasts and game aficionados. Celebrate a century of excellence at Mott's Lounge. Proudly serving the community for 100 years under 5 generations of passionate ownership. Sink your teeth into our hand-pressed fresh burgers bursting with flavor, crafted just the way you like them. And while you're here, enjoy our exclusive drink specials, perfect for toasting to our milestone anniversary. Plus, challenge your luck with our state-of-the-art gaming machines, adding an extra thrill to your visit. Join us at Mott's Lounge and be a part of history in the making. Here's to another century of great food, fun, and memories. Mott's Lounge, where every visit is a celebration. For more information, visit us online at mottslounge.com.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 4 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Linzess. The Fox Valley Robotics team is opening its doors for new members. Parents and kids interested in joining should mark their calendars for an informational meeting on Saturday, August 24th and Sunday, August 25th, both at 1 p.m. The sessions take place at Rotello Middle School in Batavia. The Kane County Division of Transportation is taking proactive steps to ensure road safety for the upcoming winter season. The county board has greenlit the procurement of 8,000 tons of of road salt, investing $912,000 in preparation for potential icy conditions. A significant shakeup in leadership coming to the city of Geneva. The election scheduled for April 1st will see the end of Mayor Kevin Burns' tenure. He served for more than 20 years. Along with that, 5 alderman seats, as well as the city clerk position and city treasurer position, will all be up for grabs. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan.
Last year's RV trip, we met a couple with the same bumper sticker. What are the odds?
Your cousin isn't a good storyteller.
He was a podiatrist, or was it a pharmacist?
You don't say.
Oh, I can't remember.
But she owns an RV protected by Progressive, and you don't. So until you get your own RV, her stories are the most interesting stories you've ever heard.
Wow, interesting.
And when you do get your own RV, save money by bundling it with your home, auto, or other vehicles with Progressive.
Oh, anesthesiologist. He was an anesthesiologist.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
And now Martha Stewart for Skechers. When I make a dish or embark on a craft project, I always use the finest, most fabulous ingredients and materials. Which is why, when it comes to footwear, I love Skechers. Because Skechers is the comfort technology company and uses the most luxurious, innovative materials and designs to make wondrously comfortable footwear with all the fits and features like Arch Fit and Skechers' world-famous air-cooled memory foam. It's exactly the way I'd make shoes.
Find Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Attention all burger enthusiasts and game aficionados. Celebrate a century of excellence at Mott's Lounge. Proudly serving the community for 100 years under 5 generations of passionate ownership. Sink your teeth into our hand-pressed fresh burgers bursting with flavor, crafted just the way you like them. And while you're here, enjoy our exclusive drink specials, perfect for toasting to our milestone anniversary. Plus, challenge your luck with our state-of-the-art gaming machines, adding an extra thrill to your visit. Join us at Mott's Lounge and be a part of history in the making. Here's to another century of great food, fun, and memories. Mott's Lounge, where every visit is a celebration. For more information, visit us online at mottslounge.com.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. Some roster cut-downs for the Bears over the weekend. Quarterback John Paddock was let go. So was former Illinois defensive lineman Keith Randolph Jr. The Bears made a trade. They get defensive tackle Chris Williams and a 2025 7th-round pick from Cleveland in exchange for a 2025 6th-round pick. The Marlins beat the Cubs 7-2 in Miami Sunday. Connor Norby homered, doubled, and singled, helping the Marlins snap a 5-game losing skid. Cubs starter Javier Assad limited Miami to 3 runs in 6 hits in a season-high 7 innings. The Tigers handed the White Sox their 100th loss of the season, 9-4 the final. The Sox need to finish 12-19 to avoid tying the 1962 Mets for the modern Major League record for most losses in a season. Andrew Vaughn doubled, homered, and had 2 RBI in the loss. Bundle auto and home, renters, or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's Carbon Fiber Mountain Bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
As fall approaches, you have a lot to prepare for. Back to school, sporting events, family gatherings, and staying on top of your health. The virus that causes COVID-19 continues to evolve. So this fall, no matter what you're prepping for, you can prioritize your family's health and make a game plan for COVID-19 vaccination. Ask your doctor or pharmacist to learn more.
In the middle of the night, everything will be all right if you listen to Coast right here on WRMN, 7 days a week from midnight to 5 a.m. Each night on Coast to Coast, listeners are captivated by George Noory with discussions on news and current events, conspiracy theories, UFOs, life after death, and all things curious and unexplained. Coast to Coast, every night, midnight to 5 a.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, Everyday life has become filled with barriers, so we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Welcome, everybody, to a political talk show right here on WRMN. That's WRMN 1410 on the AM dial or WRMN radio on YouTube. That's right. You can now see radio with the power of cameras. I guess that's how they always did it. Is that TV there? Yeah. Anyway. The other voice that you're going to hear on today's show is, of course, going to be Ben Demonium Boquest. I am Dennis Sonar Green, and today is Monetary Monday.
Hey, all right.
Hey, this is where we talk about the economic side of everything that's happening there. We've got a great exclusive that we're going to talk about. We're going to focus on antitrust. Mostly because the Department of Justice has now filed a civil lawsuit against RealPage as well. So if Merrick Garland is anything, he is consistently late to things. This is based off of a 2022 ProPublica investigation that then the DOJ was like, oh, thanks, guys. Thanks for doing all the legwork. Let's spend 2 years verifying it, I guess. So, yeah. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about what is RealPage and a new thing that's out called AgriStats.
Interesting. I mean, sounds good.
Right? It sounds all this information that's coming in, right?
Real Agra.
It's there. So of the inflationary period that we've been in, and for the last 4 years, inflation has been dropping every single month as it's been going down. You can give it credit to whoever you'd like to, whether it's the Federal Reserve or just us all returning back to normalcy. So
someone wrote on the gas pump I used that it was the president's fault.
Oh, really? Well,
yeah, and same thing with like either president. Like one, they just like removed the sticker and put a new sticker on.
Put a different president on there.
Yeah, it's always the president's fault.
It's there. So get ready for that. We might have Harris stickers that say
sure.
I did this.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that no, that's yes. They by all means they do regulate things and regulate markets and things like that. But when OPEC decides to raise and lower their prices on a whim, or if they decide that there maybe is what is the excuse now? Supply chain issues as well. They could do whatever they'd like to.
It's kind of like saying, hey, Ronald McDonald, why are hash browns expensive?
And it's a lot about this dynamic pricing that everybody is getting mad about, where it's not a person that's setting these prices, it's an AI algorithm.
Ooh.
And so as far as the antitrust goes, the Sherman Antitrust Act, which by the way was passed before 1900, we're still rocking those there.
Yeah.
We had antitrust laws before the game of Monopoly even showed up. And it's just one of those weird things. So we're going to talk a little bit about RealPage because the two things that were the highest in the inflationary period that we've just, I guess, starting to recover from were housing and groceries. Those were the two biggest things. Well, RealPage deals with housing, and AgriStats deal with agricultural.
And these are the AI tools?
Yeah, so these are new AI software, which what they do is they pull together all of the different, let's see here. So they pull together all of the information that's, I guess it's, some of it's public, some of it's just given to AgriStats or given to RealPage. But what ends up happening is, so let's go a little bit into to RealPage real quick, the actual controversy for it. So RealPage is a Texas-based software company that provides property management software and data analytics to real estate industry, right? Seems pretty, pretty benign. The company serves a wide range of clients, including multifamily, single-family, and commercial real estate operators. Its services include pricing and revenue management tools, which have been central to recent antitrust scrutiny. Because let's just pull out the laws. We can't really do it if we don't have the laws in front of us. So the Anti-Sherman Trust Act is, here are the actual sections. Section 1, every contract combination in the form of a trust or otherwise, or conspiracy in restraint of trade or commerce among the several states or with foreign nations is declared to be illegal. What does that mean? You and I can't then turn around and say, hey, I'm going to keep my prices where they are if you keep your prices where you are, and then we'll just keep the American people unawares that we are colluding.
In cahoots, yes.
Exactly. We think that it is a laissez-faire open market, but at the end of the day, you and I own everything, so we are the ones that get to set the prices, regardless of any competitors or anything like that, because we own the majority of the market.
Yeah, it's kind of a big idea behind the giant box stores, right? Because they could drive their prices kind of super low.
Exactly. Same thing with, what was it, diapers.com and Amazon, which is a whole fiasco as well. So let's go a little bit into where the antitrust concerns comes in with RealPage specifically. The controversy surrounding RealPage primarily revolves around its YieldStar software, which is used by landlords to set rental prices. Critics argue that this software facilitates collusion among landlords, leading to artificially inflated rental prices in many housing markets. Sound familiar? The software collects data from various landlords and suggests rental prices based on this aggregated data. Critics claim that this practice can reduce competition among landlords, as they might rely on the same data and algorithms to set prices, rather than independently determining rental rates based on market conditions. So this is where we've got this data back and forth. Some of this data is public, some of it is volunteered just to that specific software or organization. And what's end up is happening, and let me pull a quote directly from the guy who, okay, this is from Jeffrey Roper, who was the guy who designed the software. This is the quote that gives up the game. If you have idiots undervaluing, it costs the whole system. So what he's doing is he's bullying anybody who might set their prices lower than the suggested market rate, and therefore that drags everybody else down. Well, that's free market, you ding dong.
Yeah, no. The people who are doing that are idiots.
Yeah.
Label them that, yeah.
So that's where they're turning around. And so if my competitor wants to be an idiot, be an idiot. Cool, you're my competitor, fall out. But when you turn around and say, well, he could lower his prices and then still make the profit, still be a profitable business in general, you're not going to call that guy an idiot. He is trying to bring the prices down and get the best price. Yeah. So what this software is doing is it's saying, hey, you should really be at this rate here with all the rest of us. You shouldn't go lower than this because now you're bringing the entire market down.
The first thing that came to my mind when you told me about this story was Spaceballs canned air. Yeah. Like, this stuff is, you're just giving this stuff out for free? Like, it just seems like such a trend that the stuff that we used to be able to get away with, just not paying for it, that would be like a necessity. Then now you're paying for it. Looking at X Twitter right now with their subscription type.
And
thing.
It is collusion. I mean,
Sure.
it's voluntary collusion. It's, I don't know, kind of an offhanded collusion because I don't know. Like, it's not like I know the people who I am colluding with. All I'm doing is colluding with a overall software that's AI regulated.
Mass collusion.
Exactly. It's unnamed collusion. So therefore, they think that they're not under the antitrust type of stuff. And you got to think about when the Sherman, right? We're talking Civil War. Sherman antitrust laws as they come together. This is before mass electricity.
Yeah.
This is before we knew the dangers of a monopoly with the game Monopoly.
It's kind of like when it became apparent during the beginning parts of the Industrial Revolution, or maybe before, if we're talking the 1890s, or around that time.
Yeah.
That like they just started to realize, wow, this could get out of hand if you give all the power to one source.
So let's bring in AgriStats, and of course, subsidiary of Eli Lilly, is data analysis firm that provides benchmarking and data sharing services for poultry, pork, and other animal protein industries. Coming for the meats. The company collects and shares detailed production data with major producers, including costs, production practices, and other key metrics. That's the same thing as if I took my books and opened them up to my competitor and said, this is how much I pay for labor. This is how much I pay for expenses. And this is how much I sell it for. What ends up happening as a farmer for myself, I then submit all of my information and I get a report back that says, no, you're $3 under where you should be at because everybody else is up there. So instead of me turning around and saying, well, I'm $3 under, I'll get a much larger piece of the share, I turn around and go, well, if that's where everybody else is, then I might as well raise my prices as well.
Yeah.
Do you see where this collusion comes in with
the same mind frame of keeping up with the Joneses on like social media type stuff? Like, I'm not, I don't have this for salary. I don't have this as a picture filter so people don't think I'm as pretty or whatever, Same mentality where it's keeping up with the Joneses. And,
exactly. Because you're
scaring.
And that's where you would have your own market research going after your competitors and saying, okay, these are my local competitors here, so therefore they're at this price. Well, how are they getting it done at that price? Maybe we have to just be a little bit like, it was back to a lot of speculation, and that speculation kind of kept us all guessing where the market should go because it was all based off of the individual and the individual, what they could get and what they could pull together. Now it's, oh, you're getting labor that cheap? Well, where are you getting it from? So let me go and grab that cheap labor now. So it's creating more monopolies within inside of the other monopolies. Both RealPage and AgriStats operate in industries where the control and use of data are central to their business models. However, their practices have raised serious antitrust concerns, particularly around the potential of these companies to enable collusion among their clients. The outcomes of legal challenges they face could have far-reaching implications, not just for companies themselves, but for the broader real estate and agricultural markets. These cases underscore the importance of antitrust laws in maintaining fair competition and protecting consumers from practices that could lead to higher prices and reduce market innovation, because they've already figured it out. Look at it as when they shut down the meme stock type of things. They said, hey, this is antitrust. We got to stop. It's all these people jumping on a single social media platform and then all saying, this is what we're going to buy next. This is where we're going to go, manipulating the market. They immediately shut that down because only, I guess, hedge funds are allowed to do that.
Yeah. Look at what the paupers are doing.
Exactly. RealPage is under scrutiny for its pricing software, which allegedly facilitates collusion among landlords, potentially leading to the inflated rental price. AgriStats faces accusations enabling anti-competitive practices in agricultural industry by providing data that allows producers to coordinate production and pricing. Both companies' practices could lead to significant legal and regulatory challenges impacting their respective industries. So go back to ProPublica, who originally came out with this in October. They are now have an article out. DOJ files antitrust suit against RealPage, maker of rent-setting algorithm. So this is the way that you can kind of tell in the market if there's collusion. Let's use the TYT example. Bananas for a pound are 25 cents. The made up number, made up thing. If it's constantly at 25 cents and never changes, never goes up, never goes down, that is collusion. Because eventually you would think somebody would either have an inflationary raise, or somebody would turn around and say, hey, the bananas have been 25 cents for the last 6 months. Let me see if I can get a 24 out there, because it's obviously a competitive arena if this is where everything's been staying. So the fact that everything has been going up and up and up and up and up and up and not stopping in any kind of way until we say, hello, government, antitrust, please.
Yeah.
Hello. Then they start walking it back down.
Just as much of an indication.
Exactly. Look at Subway. Subway was bought up by the same people that own like Arby's, Aunt Anne's, the pretzel stuff. Pretty much a third of everything you'll find in a mall is owned by the same company.
Sure.
And what they did was, as soon as they took over, they increased the footlong up to almost $14. Then
I noticed that.
Right? And then all of them came together and said, we have to have an emergency meeting because all of our Subways are falling apart.
Yeah.
And so they had an emergency owners meeting, and they all decided to bring the footlong back down to like $7 instead. But that's where the market would correct itself of like, hey, my business is failing because it's so high.
Yeah.
But if all of the other sandwich shops decided to say, you know what, we're going to help Subway out, everybody's going to be $14 now.
Yeah, it's like you turn around and before you know it, a $14 sandwich here, $14 sandwich
Exactly.
there.
Then it doesn't matter if there's less money or a competitor out there. We've already decided as a majority to hit that.
And then you start seeing it in the regular grocery store where it's like, okay, they're charging $15 for a sandwich. I guess this ham packet is $7 now instead
exactly.
of
So it trickles around outside of that, because then the grocery store or the deli gets to turn around and say, well, if they're selling it for $15, we'll sell it for $10 right here. Okay, a $10 sandwich uses less than a quarter of a pound of meat for it. Should be probably closer to an eighth. Okay, $10 of an eighth, then, okay, now a pound of meat is X. So what they're doing is they are obviously colluding, but not colluding in the fact that they were in back rooms, smoky, like, or golf courses or whatever. They've all just built their own social media places to all go and share, and they've sent one place of colluding. So
it's the old don't if you don't say it, it's not
illegal.
Exactly. If I don't point out what it is, I'll tell you, if all of this information was in emails, it would already be shut down.
Yeah.
But because they have a software, because they have a platform, now it's an entirely different thing.
It's just an obfuscation. Another word. Then maybe that's our word.
Yeah.
For Wednesday.
Anarchy.
Okay.
We already promised David it would be anarchy.
All right.
Oh yeah, I love anarchy.
I won't obfuscate anarchy.
Yeah. I love anarchy as a concept. You can't be there very often.
Love arguing anarchy.
Yeah, absolutely. And even then, I would say anarchy would work for like the first 100 people, and then after that, it's like, okay, now we gotta there's too many.
There's times when anarchy is the thing, the response.
Yeah.
But it can't be prolonged. But we'll get into that.
It's true. So that's where, and even then, there's different types of anarchy that are out there.
Capitalism.
You've got the ANCAPs. You've got the pull on the SOANs. Like there's a whole bunch of different anarchists that are out there, which is weird because now you've got anarchists with a system, which is like, okay, you're an anarchist. Don't you not like systems to begin with? So
what are you, an anarchist? What does that mean? Believe in no system.
I don't have any system.
Well, which type of anarchist are you?
Yeah, so if you're an anarchic, or what is it? The agnostic anarchist is just like, I don't care about nothing. I might as well be a nihilist. At that point. So
I believe in systems. I just don't know one that works.
Which one that works? Sure. But that's usually the cycle, because we talked to David about how a society is ruled over. And I don't want to put words into his mouth, but sometimes there's an argument that a single theocracy is the better way for that. Everybody believes in the same God. Everybody believes in the same laws of whatever scriptures are out there, and therefore we're all able to live in harmony with each other. So that's the utopia of a theocracy. But again, most people aren't going to have the same religion and the same stuff and everything else. So we try to settle on a republic. And a republic is a bunch of people who agree to the rules. That's it.
Simple enough.
Right? You go from anarchy, you go from no rules, no system, punch you in the face to do whatever I need to do.
Outback Steakhouse rules.
That's it. And then it turns into, okay, wait a minute. Maybe we should have some rules.
Yeah.
And that's usually where Republic is born. So we're going to get a little bit more into the monetary system as we're going through today here. Coming up at 5 o'clock, we've got the production of Prom coming in here. The Children's Theater of Elgin and the Fox Valley Theater Company presents Prom. This is an Elgin Community College Bazaar Theater. It's rated PG-13, so we may get a little risque with our talk today. Children's Theater of Elgin is the place to go. Some are coming from Hampshire and Dundee, all to come and talk with us at 5 o'clock. It'll either be me or the amazing Matt McNeil.
Wait, Deal Wheelin' Matt McNeil?
Deal Wheelin' Matt McNeil.
Nice.
They specifically requested him. They said, look, he's the arts and entertainment fella. We don't want to get crazy into politics with the politics guys.
Matt's on IMDb, man. He was in a couple movies, too.
Really?
The Prophet, for one.
That's true. We got to get that IMDb pulled up over there, too, for him. If you haven't seen The Prophet, go check it out. It is on Amazon now. You can also find it on Apple. I think you can find it on YouTube. I bought mine from the Amazon. Is where I got it. It was on sale. It was on sale for, I think it was like, it's normally a $10 guy. I think I got it for like $6. So I've watched it at least 2 or 3 times already. Check it out, forprofitfilm.com or WRMN1410.com. You'll find more information there. A Political Talk Show. We'll be right back after the news.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by the U.S. Postal Service. The Kane County Division of Transportation is taking proactive steps to ensure road safety for the upcoming winter season. The county board has greenlit the procurement of 8,000 tons of road salt, investing $912,000 in preparation for potential icy conditions. A significant shakeup in leadership coming to the city of Geneva. The election scheduled for April 1st will see the end of Mayor Kevin Burns' tenure. He served for more than 20 years. Along with that, 5 alderman seats, as well as the city clerk position and city treasurer position, will all be up for grabs. The Fox Valley Robotics team is opening its doors for new members. Parents and kids interested in joining should mark their calendars for an informational meeting on Saturday, August 24th and Sunday, August 25th, both at 1 p.m. The sessions take place at Rotello Middle School in Batavia. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Last year's RV trip, we met a couple with the same bumper sticker. What are the odds?
Your cousin isn't a good storyteller.
He was a podiatrist, or was it a pharmacist?
You don't say.
Oh, I can't remember.
But she owns an RV protected by Progressive, and you don't. So until you get your own RV, her stories are the most interesting stories you've ever heard.
Wow, interesting.
And when you do get your own RV, save money by bundling it with your home, auto, or other vehicles with Progressive.
Oh, anesthesiologist. He was an anesthesiologist.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
And now Martha Stewart for Skechers. When I make a dish or embark on a craft project, I always use the finest, most fabulous ingredients and materials. Which is why, when it comes to footwear, I love Skechers. Because Skechers is the comfort technology company and uses the most luxurious, innovative materials and designs to make wondrously comfortable footwear with all the fits and features like Arch Fit and Skechers' world-famous air-cooled memory foam. It's exactly the way I'd make shoes.
Find Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Linzess. The Fox Valley Robotics team is opening its doors for new members. Parents and kids interested in joining should mark their calendars for an informational meeting on Saturday, August 24th and Sunday, August 25th, both at 1 p.m. The sessions take place at Rotello Middle School in Batavia. The Kane County Division of Transportation is taking proactive steps to ensure road safety for the upcoming winter season. The county board has greenlit the procurement of 8,000 tons of road salt, investing $912,000 in preparation for potential icy conditions. A significant shakeup in leadership coming to the city of Geneva. The election scheduled for April 1st will see the end of Mayor Kevin Burns' tenure. He served for more than 20 years. Along with that, 5 alderman seats, as well as the city clerk position and city treasurer position, will all be up for grabs. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Last year's RV trip, we met a couple with the same bumper sticker. What are the odds?
Storyteller.
He was a podiatrist, or was it a pharmacist?
You don't say.
Oh, I can't remember.
But she owns an RV protected by Progressive, and you don't. So until you get your own RV, her stories are the most interesting stories you've ever heard.
Wow, interesting.
And when you do get your own RV, save money by bundling it with your home, auto, or other vehicles with Progressive.
Oh, anesthesiologist. He was an anesthesiologist.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
And now Martha Stewart for Skechers. When I make a dish or embark on a craft project, I always use the finest, most fabulous ingredients and materials. Which is why, when it comes to footwear, I love Skechers. Because Skechers is the comfort technology company and uses the most luxurious, innovative materials and designs to make wondrously comfortable footwear with all the fits and features like Arch Fit and Skechers' world-famous air-cooled memory foam. It's exactly the way I'd make shoes.
Find Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Welcome back to WRMN. This is a political talk show. I'm going to be taking you through the rest of this hour, and then following us, Children's Theater of Elgin and the Fox Valley Theater Company present Prom. 4 eccentric Broadway stars are desperate need of a new stage So when they hear that trouble is brewing around a small town prom, they know that it's time to put a spotlight on the issue and themselves. Sounds like a great play, a great musical, rather, named The Prom. So go ahead and check it out. We will have them here in studio at 5. That is 5 local Central Elgin time as it goes from there. I will soon be an Elginite myself and now be able to celebrate in some of those great things.
Yeah, man. Welcome to Western suburbanitism.
Yeah. You've at least lived in somewhat of the West Chicago type of side.
Hoffman Estates alum.
Oh, there you go.
Or, not really alum. I lived there in my brother's house. So.
Oh, okay. Well, still, it's a great place. I like it out here. I come from Ohio. Where we've just got all kinds of just corn.
The land of amusement parks, though.
It is true. It is the theme park capital of the world.
Yeah.
That's there. Paramount is there. Nice. Of course, the Six Flags. Cedar Point.
Cedar Point's a big one, right?
Cedar Point's fantastic. I went to Cedar Point when they had it was called the Millennium that they had, and it was the tallest, fastest in the world when it was there. I think it hit like 60-some miles an hour.
Wow.
It was the tallest. All it was one big drop. Like it was literally made to just break the record and not be. I'll tell you, a really fun one, Paramount. You go, Paramount Kings Island is what they used to call it.
Okay.
And I'm sure it's there. So the reason it was called Paramount was because each one of the rides was a different movie.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like Top Gun and Twister and like a whole bunch of other stuff that was out there. Now they just call it whatever they want to, because I mean the ride's been around for 30-some years. You're not gonna Top Gun. What's that?
Yeah,
like it's there. You have
Get
to
the
keep
DVD.
coming out with. Yeah, they have to keep coming out with new movies just to keep abreast with it.
I'm such a roller coaster junkie.
Oh man, I'll tell you, longest wooden roller coaster, highest wooden roller coaster is the Beast at Kings Island. It goes into the ground. Like it just you go up, you hit the chain that pulls it up, they drop you, it goes right into the ground instead of
into a hole, right?
Into a hole, right into the hole. Yeah, not it just like stops. It's like nobody comes back type of thing. They also have the Son of Beast, which is the only looping wooden roller coaster in the world.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
So does that have it has to have the harnesses, right? Yeah.
Absolutely scary.
Little rattly. Yeah, in America, at Great America Six Flags, the one up in Waukegan, they have the American Eagle, which is the oldest wooden roller coaster. So
I could believe it.
Kind of a weird thing to like promote. Like we have the oldest equipment.
The Beast is so long, it's almost 3 minutes. They're out in the woods. It has 2 of those chain drops. Where it's like
that's rare.
You think it's all done, and then all of a sudden it's like bonus coaster.
Psych.
And we got to get you back somehow. Yeah. And it just goes out into the woods. It's really fun. But the wooden roller coaster, Son of Beast, that loops, is absolutely the same type of like get beat up type of wooden roller coaster type of thing. But as soon as you hit the loop, it is the smoothest part of the coaster because it's wooden all up until the loop.
Yeah,
and then the loop is metal, and then they kick you back to beating you up.
Yeah, with the rattly one. And they came out with that when Son of Baconator came out to promote that.
I think so.
Right?
Somewhere around there. Son of Beast or something like that. Yeah. Fun times over at the old Kings Island. I loved it as a kid. It was fun over there. So we were talking a little bit about antitrust here on Monetary Monday. Some of that is we've already seen those before, like the airline industry, right?
Yeah.
If you go to Orbitz and look up your airline, and then you wait an hour and go to the Expedia and look up your airline, just the cookies in your own browser are adding extra dollars to everything, which is why they tell you to delete all of your cookies before you purchase your airline. Do all of your research, do all of your everything kind of on your phone. Find your stuff, delete your cookies out of your PC or whatever computer you're using, and then buy those directly. Either go to the airline itself and buy them directly. A lot of times I call up. I get everything, I get my numbers, and then I call the airline and say I'm a Navy vet, and then give them the whole sob story of how I got to make it home because my trees need watering. I don't know. Make whatever you need to do. We've also seen it in the hotel industry, right? The surge pricing and everything else. Surge pricing. As soon as I say that what comes to mind? Lyft and Uber, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
The surge pricing. Hey, it's the high demand time, so let's make an algorithm to do it, because we've talked about this before. The price is not set for what the company wants to bring in. What the company wants to bring in is all the dollars. If they could charge you $1 million and you could pay for it, then they would take it over and over again and not either bring it down. The biggest issue is now they no longer have to play to the actual market. They now will play to what you will buy right now at this time based off of the algorithm that comes through. So we've seen that even with e-commerce on Amazon, based off of where you even go and where you purchase from. It's completely different. And I'm not just talking tax-wise. I'm just talking if your state is, I don't know, maybe has a restriction on something, or there's not as many in there. Now, yes, that's supply and demand type of thing, but it is real time. Like, it's not somebody turning around looking at a spreadsheet and there's that built-in delay.
Yeah.
Where it may, even if the built-in delay is the next day, right? Mm-hmm. Imagine you're sitting at the gas station. You look at the sign, it says, oh, it's 360 something. That's going to be amazing. You pull up, 5 other people pull up behind you, and now it's 375.
Yeah.
Because it was a surge that's there. That's where these antitrust laws did not even know computers would even do a thing.
Right.
They didn't even have indoor electricity on a wide scale. Mm-hmm. So they wouldn't even be able to conceive of a AI being able to. If I turned around and said in the future computers are going to end up being the reason you have new antitrust laws, they would have turned around and said, what's a computer?
Yeah, it seems like a whole lot of wearing blinders while taking the letter of the law for literally.
Yeah. Well, and that's where they're having trouble with it is like most things Merrick Garland does is he does it slow and meticulously. Now, is that good? Sometimes it is, but a lot of times you've got to put a stop to the thing and then figure out what's going on with it. Putting a pause on something does not mean that I'm stopping your free market exercise when you're being accused of a thing. Here's the other side of it. Stop buying from corporations. Right? Now, by all means, if your landlord wants to jump into RealPage or whatever else they've got going on, you can't stop that.
What about Bencorp Global?
Bencorp Global, I mean, the name sounds intriguing, but honestly, I would think it's a giant corporation, a faceless corporation other than Bentech Global.
Yeah.
That's out there. Do they have a merger coming together?
There are competition, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Competition's where it is. So even look at Kroger Albertsons that's going on right now. They are now appealing them, saying that, oh no, we should be able to do it. If we pull together, then we'll be able to lower prices lower than Walmart or Costco. Okay, so you telling me that having 3 entities instead of 4 entities is better for the free market?
Yeah.
No, just because you say the thing doesn't make it true.
Yeah.
I mean, there are time after time after time that we have seen when mergers happen, us as the consumers are the ones that get raked over the coals for it.
Time after time.
I don't know how many times we've got to just, it's another one of these just ridiculous things that if they just tell us enough times, we'll all believe it. It's like, oh, peaceful transfer of power. No. Just because it was a peaceful transfer of power later on the 21st does not mean it was a peaceful transfer of power on the 6th.
Yeah, it falls into the category of getting a psychology degree for business, you know?
Yeah.
That kind of vibe where it's like, you know, I don't need to understand business and do the right things to, you know, make it sustainable for everybody. I just needed to be able to change people's minds and, you know, manipulate them through psychology.
Get them to just buy a thing even though they know that it's that lower cost. So here's my suggestion. Just like we've suggested to don't throw your dollars at the top of your political ticket, throw them to the candidate or the group that's your regional group. Because your regional group, we talked with Andrew, the chairman of the Kane County GOP, and he said, yes, give it to the candidates, but the local groups are the ones that foster those candidates and go from there. So don't give it to the top.
Yeah.
So instead of buying the $15 Subway sandwich because you are mesmerized by the ads or hypnotized or whatever,
or just because it's what you've always done, you have a taste for
exactly.
it.
You know what you're going to
get.
Try something else.
Yeah.
Find a good sandwich place. Yes, you might spend just a little bit more, but I'll tell you, that little sandwich place, they drop their prices when it gets cheaper. They drop their prices for sales because they can. If you are a repetitive customer to a local area, they are now judging the market based off of you.
Yeah, and you say that, and it's funny because I think we were talking about this a couple weeks ago, where it's like the cup of coffee at the place that's by me fluctuates, and I noticed it. And sure enough, as I was somewhat perturbed that it had gone up, it had gone down the next week.
Exactly.
So.
I have never seen Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts go down. Now, there's been sales, but that's only after they do the JCPenney's thing, where I'm going to mark it up 200% and then give you 100% off of whatever I just marked it up.
Yeah.
Because it's no longer based off of a small margin. And that would be the only way you could have a blanket regulation on it, is if you turned around and said, okay, this is the profit you are. The way that I would do it, and I hope this is the way that Harris would do it. And by all means, again, I am not a economist, macro or micro or otherwise. This is the way I would do it just in my logical brain. I would turn around and say, boom, 20% profit is a pretty good profit on whatever you do. I spend out $1 million to make 200,000 in profit, right? Take it back down to that. Because if I turn around and make more than that 30 and I send it back down to my employees, now I didn't make that 30% profit. I made my 20% profit. Then what I would do is after that, you hit that 21st. As soon as you hit 21% profit, I'm going to tax you at 50%. Or I'm going to tax you at 70%. Because instead of you sending it back down to your own employees, which in most businesses, I want to say most businesses, is your largest expense. So instead of it sending it back down to your employees with that larger profit, you're just going to keep it. Cool. Tax it at 70%.
We'll give it to someone's employees. And how many would you say, would you think? I know this is quite a question, but like what kind of businesses operate like that? How many?
Not very many at all.
Yeah.
Not most of the time, you, because of your stock market or the people on the board or your shareholders or people that are collecting dividends, they all need that share of the profit. So that's what they would turn around and cry. They would say, oh, but we need a 200% profit on what we produce around here. Otherwise, the shareholders aren't getting their money. We would have to cut the money down from the shareholders. Oh, you mean the people that just own a piece of paper and get a check for it?
Yeah.
They sound like some really upstanding people that, are the movers and shakers of the world right now.
Milk.com.
Yeah.
They apparently just got got the domain name.
Getting a lot of production out of them. Oh my gosh, they're definitely the producers of America, the shareholders.
Hey, quiet, man. You're upsetting the shareholders.
Yeah, exactly. Come at me, shareholders. Tell me what you actually do. Yeah, honestly. You turn around and what do you bring? And look, I'll sit here and
phone's lighting up.
Oh, is it? No,
yeah, we got so many shareholders.
Of course not.
Man.
All of the shareholders. Well, the shareholders that want to not be called names. See, I'm back to it, man. I can't. I want to keep it balanced as we move through. So this is where us as a people, as a nation, turn around and vote with our dollars again. Our economic system and our government system are all driven by dollars until we change it.
Mm-hmm.
This is the way that the game and the rules are put together.
Yeah.
So vote with your dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Don't vote to these people. The reason that McDonald's came back with the $5 menu is we stopped going to McDonald's.
Yep.
When we stopped going to McDonald's, they knew that they had hit that threshold. We as a people, just as the United States proletariat, we do not know the power that a 3-day blanket strike would do.
Yeah, it's
holy crap.
It's more like just we don't know how to
we don't organize
that.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what it is.
There's too many opinions out there, and just counter views that are counterproductive.
Dyslexics of the world, untie.
Yes.
And that's where we have to look as a culture thing. That we've said it before, and we're going to keep saying it. There are only two ways to change our society. You either change it legislatively, or you change it culturally.
Mm-hmm.
And if we make it a POFA, if we make it a bad thing to do, to give your money to corporations, then that's where it'll go. I don't need a law to do that. I just need a social movement
to
turn around and go, oh, you give your money to corporations?
Yeah.
Do you know that there's a mom and pop coffee shop just down the road over here? Wouldn't that be a much better place to throw your money?
It's like you're like the voice of my conscience right now. When I'm like, do I just go to the drive-through coffee place that I go to, or do I support my local place and take a walk? And like on those days when I'm maybe behind and trying to get to work a little quicker, that's the voice. I'm like, oh man, I'm supporting.
Here's the thing: they're
big business.
They've look at they call it the Big Mac economics. Big Mac economics is what they call it.
All right.
Is the price of the Big Mac going up and down? Look, if I get the same price or the same meal at maybe $3 less than going to an actual restaurant to go purchase it, get out of town, man. Yeah. Is that who you're competing with now? Is sit-down restaurants?
Yeah, tough.
No, thank you. I'll go to a sit-down restaurant.
That's what it's been. Yeah, I've made that exact decision. I'll just go to the restaurant down the street.
I can either get a $13 Big Mac meal, or I can get a $14 artisan cheeseburger over at EPH.
Yes, with some nice craft brewery.
I'll tell you. And they got steak fries.
Ugh.
So I'm telling you, we have to change the mindset where we all want the deal. We all want Walmart to stop being the largest thing on the planet, or at least in our nation.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of people don't. It's so convenient that people literally love Walmart and going to the Walmart and working at the Walmart, and it's like the mall. It's like going to the mall, and you could find anything under one roof, and it just, in the name of convenience, we've overlooked that maybe the balance of everything.
It's true. And then we turn around and we let Kroger's or Albertsons turn around and go, hey, don't like Walmart? Let us merge, and then we'll be able to compete.
Yep.
Because it's only a matter of time before we have something like RealPage for our actual groceries.
Yeah.
Before we have something like RealPage for the gas. If it's not already out there.
Yeah.
OPEC, I'm sure, has some sort of algorithm that sends everything out. But here's the thing. They change it daily. They don't change it because, you know what? Most people get their groceries done on Sundays, so we're going to mark it up by 10% on Sundays. Oh, by the way, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Random Tuesday, that's the best time to get groceries, because it's now because nobody gets groceries then. And so it's one of those things that you're not even a coupon cutting anymore.
Yeah.
You now have to schedule your entire day around, oh my God, well, I can't go to the grocery store right now. It's after 5.
Everybody's going to be there.
Yeah, everybody's going to be there. I'm going to get hit with a 15% increase. Can't go there. Have to schedule, hey boss, do you mind if I leave in the middle of the day to go get my grocery shopping done, because there's nobody else doing it and I don't want to get hit with surcharges?
Yeah, it's funny because as a sometimes introvert, I think like that already. Like, hey, it's Friday night. No one will be at the grocery store. Let me go.
Yeah.
So I don't get bothered.
But that's what I mean is, like, what other variables are we going to add to this to change it? Here's where the change is. Don't wait for Garland. Don't do it. I've stopped waiting for the guy.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't get anything done. He just doesn't. Now,
sorry, Garley.
He doesn't. I think it's because he wanted to be a Supreme Court justice, and now he's like, okay, well, I'll be in the court system for lifetime too. I'll make sure that you can't get rid of me now. Look how many things I've got up in the air.
I'm busy.
I'm a busy dude. Can't get rid of me. Coming up in the next hour, Children's Theater of Elgin, the Fox Valley Theater Company, presents Prom, rated PG-13, but it is such a great musical. They are going to be here in studio talking with us. Some of the cast members, Michelle O'Hearn, we've got Olivia Eckersberg, and some other people that I will stop butchering their names. But you can find more out there at the Children's Theater of Elgin and the Fox Valley Theater Company right here on WRMN. But you've been listening to A Political Talk Show, an abbreviated show today, but important nonetheless. If you like Monetary Mondays, if you like Candidate Tuesdays, if you like Word Wednesdays, if you like Legislation Thursdays and Free Speech Fridays, well, then I'll tell you, this is the time, this is the place to be here. Find A Political Talk Show out there on the podcasting worlds. My name is Dennis Sonar Green. That's Benjaminium Boquest. This is WRMN, A Political Talk Show. We will see you tomorrow.